What's up, everybody? We are back in the basement. Back in the basement for the Buffalo Sabres versus the Montreal Canadiens. And the Montreal Canadiens have been dominant in the last two games. They have been dominant over the Buffalo Sabres. Lyon gets a lot of the blame when he shouldn't. Lyon should not get a lot of this blame. There's been a lot of deflections, a lot of bad play. Buffalo's defense has been chasing the game a lot. Montreal has just been dominating on their end. And now starting UPL tonight. UPL is starting tonight for the Buffalo Sabres. And net, he is 1-1 with an .825 save percentage, which is really bad. And a 4.19 goals against average in the playoffs in 2 games against the Bruins. This will be his first start tonight in the playoffs against Montreal. And he's starting the Bell Center, which is a really, really difficult place to start. So UPL normally is a great goalie in a really good regular season, but I mean this is a big ask. And personally, I don't put this all on Lyon. I don't put this all on Lyon to back up. I just don't put it all on him, man. I'm a Ranger fan, so I understand what bad play, with having good goaltending, you can't put it all on the goalie. A lot of bad play by Buffalo in their own zone. So here we are. Oh, Sam Carrick got knocked silly. Another former Ranger. Anyway, guys, we're in the basement, ready to rock and roll, going for Buffalo in this series. They are New York, so I will go for them. Yankee Kyle, first cellar dweller accounted for. Yankee Kyle in the basement. The Yankees, we will be switching to the Yankees at intermission. So, again, UPL is getting the start. This is not all on Lyon, so this is an interesting goalie change. As if they're putting the blame on Lyon, which is definitely is not all on him. It is poor play and their defense chasing the game. So hopefully UPL, and it's a big ask. You're in the Bell Center. You're away. This is a must-win for Buffalo. Absolute must-win. That is Johnny Obvious at my finest. OG cellar dweller, basement bouncer, Buffalo diehard. Gunner is in the basement. What's going on, Gunner? Gunner, we need Buffalo to win here, buddy. We need Buffalo to win. UPL's numbers against Bruins are not that good. 1-1 and a 4.19 GAA and an .825 save percentage. I think he'll bounce back tonight. Again, this is not on Lyon. But Lindy Ruff makes the change. Lindy Ruff's a great coach, so we'll see. Defense better wake up tonight. A lot of deflections went in, too. I saw the third period of the game, the last game. I didn't see the first two. But I saw a lot of deflections went in, kind of like Game 7 against Tampa Bay, where Vasilevsky's making these saves, and they go up in the air, go behind, hit the back of his thing, go in. But anyway, we're underway here. Way back, first Ozzy accounted for. Way back, another dweller accounted for as well. Way back, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. It is 7:15 p.m. here, but good morning to you. Stella says hello. You can hear her over there. She will be out in a moment. Buffalo wins tonight. Well, that's what we're going for here, Yankee Kyle. I am on the Buffalo bandwagon in hockey. As you see, I'm sporting my New York Knicks. Knicks beat the snot out of the Sixers. Philadelphia came back down 3-1 against Boston, just to get swept in the second round. Boom! The Knicks had 4 home games. Unbelievable. 4 home games. So, yes, the Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now we need Buffalo, our other New York team, to go. Let's go. Daniel, another cellar dweller accounted for. Daniel, happy Tuesday to you as well. Thank you for always dropping in and supporting the channel, man. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Whoops, hold on a second. What did I do there? I'm really good. Yeah, there I am. Okay. And one more change. So, yes, let's go Buffalo. We are on the Buffalo bandwagon. And most Ranger fans, Lightning fans, we're all on the wagon. We are on the wagon. Let's go. Buffalo clearing it out. Cross mid ice. Oh! Oh, I got turned over. My bad. So one of the Sabres down there in front of Dubish, and he didn't have the puck. I was about to say, why isn't he shooting it? Because he didn't have the puck. How about that? Anyone to blame? Yeah, didn't watch the same game I did. I saw I saw the third period. I told you that in the Discord, Gunner. I saw the Buffalo defense. I told you it looked like the Rangers. Chasing the game, deflections. Then they went up. It was 4-2 when I turned it on. Then it went 5-2. And that's what a Ranger game looks like. And they put it on the goalie. It's crazy because it's not online. So I find it interesting that they have changed to UPL, to be honest with you. But I did see from the highlights a lot of deflections, man. A lot of deflections. But, I mean, hey, that's the way the puck bounces, right? They'll get it back tonight. They need a good, solid game tonight, and defense needs to wake up for Buffalo. They need to wake up. Too much time in the other zone. Yankee says, what's up? Andre, what's going on? Andre, the Lightning fan. Andre in the basement. Let's go, Buffalo. Andre, we're all on the Buffalo bandwagon. That's what we do. How about the Knicks? Andre, the Knicks. Our Knicks. Knicks. Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go. And dominating. Andre, another cellar dweller. Accounted for and in the basement. Montreal. Nope. Intercepted by Buffalo. I know, Stella. I'm going to let you out in a minute. Keep driving. Hook that around. Quick. OG cellar dweller accounted for. Ranger fan. Let's go, Knicks. Boom. Boom. Love it. Love that Mitchell Robinson posterized Embiid. That was well-deserved. Posterized him. Love it. Thank you, Yankee Kyle, as always. Thank you. In between periods, I will be flipping over to the Yankees. Don't worry about that. Code, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Code is in the base. What's up, Code? Just recovered from the flu. Oh, that's right. It's wintertime for you guys now, right? We're getting into our hotter season, although it wasn't too hot today, but we're getting into it now. Summer is upon us. Summer is upon us. Glad you're getting better, Code. Glad you're getting better. I know I haven't been on. I wasn't on at all last week. Way back. It's getting cold here and lots of lurgies there. What is a lurgy? I got to ask way back. I laughed like I knew what you meant, man. I don't even know enough about that to BS my way through it. So what's a lurgy? Is that like a cold, illness, sick, drunks? What is it? Let me know. I hear you on that. I saw, they didn't show a whole lot of that on the highlights, but I take your word for it, Gunner, because I only saw the third period of the last game. The Knicks were on Sunday, and I was so ecstatic, man, that they blew them out, 144-114 in Philly. We had 4 home games. Did you know that? Shot goal. There you go. Buffalo on the board. Beautiful one-timer. Beautiful pass, one-timer. Buffalo up 1-0. Let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Let's go. Samuelson with the goal. Now, Gunner, I did see something else that I did not like in the Buffalo game. Did not like. Hold on. Look at that. Boom, boom. That is perfect textbook one-timer. Bang. Beautiful. That is one Buffalo fan, one blue jersey and a sea of red. I love it. Oh, Andre, by the way. Oh, Gunnar, let me finish my point to you because I'll forget. I didn't like seeing Sam Carrick. Man, did he eat a punch across his face. Wow. Sam Carrick went down. And you know Sam Carrick was one of my favorite Rangers, man. So I hated seeing that. He's got to get payback tonight. Andre, if you want to know the meaning behind this jersey, look up an old school movie called Slapshot. You have to watch that. Since you are a newfound hockey fan, you have to watch Slapshot and wait for the Hanson brothers to come out. I promise you, Andre, you will love that movie. It's about a minor league hockey team that is so bad that their captain decided that to draw fans in, they better just start fighting everybody. And then you got to watch it, man. It's old. It's a great movie, Andre. Slapshot. Shoot it again. Get another goal. Let's go. Oh, there's a deflection right there. Got her floated right past the net. Nobody was there in the corner. That would have been another goal. Come on, you got to keep your foot on their neck. Let's go. So, yeah, Andre, the Knicks. We could talk about the Knicks all day. I am so pumped. Great. 4 home games in the playoffs. That's unheard of. Oh, cold virus. All right. Lurgies. I'm going to use that way back. There is a way back. I think I told you. But there's a Melbourne Demons fan, Australian, that works at the Lowe's. Oh, right in front of the net again. Little pushing and shoving. He works at our Lowe's near us. His name is Angelo. When I walked in there last year with a Brisbane Lions jersey on, he almost fell over, man. He's like, I have never seen an American with – and then I spoke to him, and he's like, man, you know what you're talking about. Anytime I go in that Lowe's, I look for him. And I'm going to use the word lurgy with him. I say, man, I just got over some nasty lurgy, man. I just had a nasty lurgy. See how that goes over. But, yeah, he's a cool guy. He's from Australia. He is a Melbourne Demons fan. So he was surprised. He never met an American that knew – I'll say as much as I know, and that is meant to be very, lightly, because I know enough to carry a conversation, but I don't know a whole lot. Oh, yeah, I tipped Geelong in that one. That was a no-brainer. Yep. Long time. What's happening? Randolph 7. What's going on, Bill? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Another dweller accounted for. Diehard Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, everything fan. Man, look at the Sabres. Look at the Sabres. What a turnaround. And to make it really official, they have to win the whole thing. Because to me, the greatest turnaround – it's the St. Louis Blues being in last place at the end of January in 2019 and winning the Stanley Cup. Now, the regular season turnaround by Buffalo being like 11-14 in the middle of December. The turnaround regular season's better than anybody. But to make it, to me, my opinion, to make it the greatest turnaround ever, you got to win the whole thing. Got to win the whole thing. Good seeing you in here, man. Thanks for stopping through and continuing the support of the channel. Boom! Let's go, Gunner. Boom, 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 boom. We'll give him a boom, boom. Let's go. Let's go. Not. Let's go. Let's go, Andre. That never gets old. That's why I'm hanging the USA, because to remind every Canadian who we are, and the Knicks. And the Knicks. USA Hockey. Boom. USA Hockey. That's nothing political. It's USA Hockey. Hockey. It's about the Olympics. That's what it is. What happened? What happened? Oh, there's no penalty. I don't know what happened. Bob, yeah, but I know, Bob, I was sitting there. I called you Bill. I was close, Bill, but I know who you were. I can't play it off because you could just look at the video and see that I said Bill. But I knew who you were, Bob. I knew who you were. I know exactly. I remembered your profile pic there, so I knew who you were. It's all right, Bob. It's all good, man. You're in here. That's what counts. Schnazzy, Snoozy, Sneezy, Schnazzy. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Schnazzy's in the basement. All the Knick fans coming in. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. 4 home games, Schnazzy. We had 4 home games. How embarrassing for Philadelphia that Knicks fans took that over. Embiid's getting booed at the free throw line in your own house. Oh, at halftime, they had like this Sixers fan, boost up thing, and they're trying to pump up the crowd, and the Knicks fans they were booing them. And this is in their home stadium. Crazy. Cardboard. What is going on, Cardboard? Another cellar dweller accounted for. You are a dweller now. You pop up enough. Cardboard, what's happening, man? Let's go, Buffalo. I'm on the Buffalo bandwagon. Let's go. I'm Rangers all day and Lightning, but Buffalo's New York, so we're going to go for them. Let's go. Michael, yes, another cellar dweller accounted for. Another Ranger fan in the basement, and he's going for Buffalo too. Yes, I was telling Andre, Michael, that now that he's into hockey, he has to learn about these guys. He has to learn about the Hanson brothers and watch Slapshot. He has to watch Slapshot. I don't have a Sabres jersey, so I figured I might as well wear a Chiefs jersey. I got to wear a neutral jersey, right? So I'll wear a Chiefs jersey. And they're kind of like Buffalo's colors, right? So we went with the Hanson brothers, but I told Andre he has to watch it. Has to watch it. That is insane. Schnazzy, when you think about we're still at a break here, guys. There's a review going on. When you think of all the great teams, Jordan's Bulls and Steph Curry and the Warriors and all these great scoring teams, how in the world did the Knicks get these records? 25 3-pointers in that one game, and 11 of them were in the first quarter. It's absolute insanity what's going on. We're going to the finals. Detroit and Cleveland is not beating us, not playing like this. Landry Shamet, Deuce McBride, these guys are shooting like all-stars, man. I mean, it's crazy. Tyrese Maxey averaged 18 or 19 points for the series? What? I mean, Tyrese Maxey, he's one of my favorite players to watch anyway. I don't like this Philly at all, but I do like him. And to be able to shut him down like that is tremendous. Tremendous. He is a superstar. Great, Bob. Of course, man. We always get a shot you out. I remember I called you Bill, but I knew who you were. I'll always admit my mistakes in here. But it's great to have you in here, man. Let's go, Buffalo. We are the bandwagon guys. We're this. We are that. We are that. But we are the Buffalo bandwagon guys right now. Goal for Buffalo. Boom, 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 boom. He said he saved it, but the glove was over the goal line. It was over the line. 2-0 Buffalo. Let's go and quiet that Bell Center down. Quiet the Bell Center down. Let's go. Let's go. It is a goal, Gunner. It's official. It is official. His glove was over the red line. Yep, he's over the red line. Now, I like what Buffalo's doing in this game. I like what they're doing in this game. They are pressing. They are pressing. Love it. I sure did way back, and I will. I told him about our chat way back. I told him he needs to join this chat. He says, I don't watch it. I said, you don't have to watch American sports. Just jump in here and join your fellow Aussies in the chat way back. I'm trying to get him to join. Next time I go to Lowe's, I will tell him again way back. I'll tell him again. He's a cool guy. I think he's in his 60s. A really good guy. Thank you, Michael. I love coming on here with you guys, too. That's why Rock was like, aren't you going to do a game tonight? I wasn't on last week. I was so wrapped up with the Knicks. I was like, yeah, I'll go on and do Buffalo tonight. Why not? So she's like, get in there. So I I love being in here with you guys too, man. It's like we're all in here together watching it. Stella's dying to come out of her aviary, and I'm going to let her out. She has to finish her dinner. Did you see Game 4 when Embiid was shooting free throw? Yes. What karma knows no timetable. After that dirty play that Embiid did on Mitchell a couple years ago, Mitchell was out for the rest of the playoffs because Embiid was on the ground and twisted his ankle. That was some real BS. Real BS. So I get that. Real BS, man. So 2 years later, bam, right on him, knocked him down. Love it. And everybody was holding the screenshot up when he was taking the free throws and getting booed in Philly. Schnazzy, I love it so much. I'm sorry. I can't stop talking about it. We need the week off. We need OG Anunoby back, well rested from his tweaked hamstring. So yeah, we're going to need him. So the longer that series goes on, the better. And I don't care which one of those teams we play. We're winning. Yeah, there you go, Andre. Michael vouches, man. Slapshot. You're a brand new hockey fan. You have to watch Slapshot. It's an old movie, but man, you will love it. I promise you. You cannot go wrong with that movie. So there's another challenge here. Montreal's challenging hold on, let's see what happened here.
After the coach's challenge, it's determined there was goaltender interference.
No goal is saying there's goaltender interference. Oh, that's lame. Montreal challenged it back. Wow. Lindy Ruff is not happy about that. I know. Schnazzy, it's unbelievable because you're naming legendary teams, legendary dynasty teams in our Knicks. It's absolutely insanity, man. Absolute insanity. Insanity, Schnazzy. Bruin, OG Sellers, well, a basement bouncer. Bruin, are you on the Buffalo bandwagon or no? Who are you going for, Bruin? You can't be going for Montreal. You have to be going for Buffalo. You have to be going for Buffalo, right, Bruin? I mean, I am. Michael is. We're on the bandwagon. I can't imagine you're going for – I mean, your Bruins, my Lightning, they're knocked out. So I'm not going to go for Montreal. I'm going for Buffalo. That was unreal. Bridges, my goodness, man. It is tough to slow Tyrese Maxey down, man. Absolutely tough to do that. Maxey is absolute. The guy is a rocket, man. He is an incredible player. So to see him shut down, Edgecombe is a great rookie, but man, this is a good series. Wake-up call for him. And Embiid, they got 3 years, $167 million extension for him. Wow. All right, so it's 11:35 left in the first period. It is 1-0, so they pulled that goal back. 1-0. 1 second, guys.
So it's 1-0. There'll be plenty of time after the game for both sides. This one comes to a shot block. Stick on a long reach by Powell.
UPL's going to have a big game tonight. I'm calling it now. His daddy, big time. Bridges, boy, he stepped up. Goal, yes, goal. I can't think of a single negative comment. Agreed. 100% agreed. Shamit, our bench, everybody. It's a goal. Boom, 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 boom. Stella is going to come out with boom, boom, boom. She's going to say good day. Bella Rocks Bella, the Blue Amazon. You've seen her on her channel. She says good day. I'm not kidding you way back. She says good day. Buffalo has 8 shots. The Montreal's 1. Exactly 11 minutes left in the first period. I know, Michael. I know. And I normally don't let myself get this excited. I have not seen a Knicks team like this, gosh, since the 90s, man. I mean, like really dominant. Dominant. I know, Michael. You're right. I'm not saying they're winning the whole thing. I'm just saying a lot. Absolutely terrible call. 100% agree. He is a legend in Buffalo. You know, when he was coaching the Devils and they fired him, he had below average goaltending. I don't care what kind of lines you have in front of you. If your goaltending is below average, you aren't going to win a lot of games. You're not going to win a lot of games. I don't care what lines you have. If your goalie is below average and the backup's below average, you're not winning a lot of games. Lindy Ruff got unceremoniously fired from Jersey, and I didn't even agree with that. Lindy Ruff is a great coach, and he is a Buffalo legend. Totally agree. Oh, Bruin. Going for Colorado. I didn't expect that to come out of your mouth, man. Go to Colorado. So who are you going for in basketball then? I mean, you're going for the most dominant team in hockey. You're going for OKC in basketball too, Bruin? Now your Celtics are out. You're going for OKC? Oh, my gosh, right in front of the net. Oh, they scored. I saw it coming. Dang, man, I saw it coming. Buffalo's defense looked totally lost out there. Totally lost. Buffalo's defense looked lost out there, guys. For those that want to know, in between periods, I will be turning to the New York Yankees, who have lost 4 in a row and the last 3 by 1 run. Ruined Ryan Weathers' no-hitter yesterday. Not only did they lose a no-hitter in 7th inning, they lost the game. I know, Stella, it's really bad. I just heard that. OG Cellar Dweller, Cricket Ambassador, Manav in the basement and accounted for. Manav, I just saw that now. I don't even know what he passed away from. Look at Buffalo's defense, man, and just, come on. That's crazy. What did he die from, Manav? What is the word? What was he, like 28 or 29? I just saw that when I was turning this on. I did not know that. I could see it. I mean, if the Spurs played the Thunder, Andre, the Spurs did beat the Thunder 4 times this year. But the regular season doesn't matter, as we know. You get to the playoffs, it's a whole different ballgame. But that, you know what? That 2-0 and that goalie interference, that was a bad call. But we're not going to be like Montreal and blame refs for anything, because that's what the Canadian fans do. We don't do that. But I think it was a bad call. Makes me sick knowing Embiid. I know. He has played, we're going to commercial break here, guys. Embiid has played no more than 40 games in the last 3 seasons. I don't mean combined. Each season, he played no more than 40 games, and he gets a 3-year, $167 million extension. Wow. They're better without him. Wow. He got muscled. In that series. I live in Canton, Ohio, and they are heavy into the Cavaliers. Not me. Let's go. I know you're not. I know. I remember you told me you live in Ohio. The only Cavalier jersey I have is a LeBron jersey from 07. I'm not a Cleveland fan at all. But, yeah, they're big into the Cavs. I know. And the Cavs, hey, man, they were down 2-0. Now it's 2-2. James Harden stepping up. Michael, but I know it's a New York thing, Michael, and you know it. You know it's a New York thing. We always expect the worst. We do. We just expect the worst. Our Rangers President's Trophy to not making the playoffs the next year. We've done it twice, Michael. We've done that twice. twice. Goodness gracious. Whew. I know it. It's okay, Michael, because I try to stop myself from talking too much. I talked a lot when the Jets first got Aaron Rodgers. Oh, man, I was pumped up. Talked all off season, which I never do. I never do that with my Jets, ever, ever, ever. And I did it that year and let my guard down, and boom. I still believe if he didn't rip his Achilles, we probably would have made the playoffs. But whatever. Whatever. Never in my life did I think I'd be – I know. Man, when my mother was alive, she was a big Knicks fan and a big Yankees fan. And watching Knicks games with her was hilarious because that was during the time after Jeff Van Gundy when we had Larry Brown and we had some really down years there. We had down years for a long time. And she would just sink lower and lower in her chair watching those Knicks. She gets so mad. Buffalo in the zone right now by Montreal's net. We got to put one in. Get that goal back. Get that goal back. Come on, stay on him. Stay on him. Don't let Montreal get possession. Let's go. Deflected into the crowd. They're conferring if Dobson purposely put it into the crowd. It is a blessing. Look at us in here, man. We're doing a Buffalo game, and we're talking about the Knicks. How can we not talk about the Knicks? I'm going to do some Eastern Conference Final games, Schnazzy. I promise. I promise I'm going to do some. I don't think it deflected anything. Did it deflect? I don't think it did. I know. They blame the coach for bad goaltending. Like I said, we're all hockey fans. You have bad goaltending. I don't care if you have Yager, Messier, and Gretzky on your lines. Guy can't stop the puck, man. You're not winning. Yes. And I have do you see that wherever my finger is? You see that? Right there, Michael. That's Tom Barrasso. Right there. It's Tom Barrasso right there. That is my goalie. Well, goalies are my favorite position in sports. That's right there where my finger is. That's Tom Barrasso on the Penguins right there. Yep. Buffalo power play. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Let's go. That was crazy. Barrasso was on those great teams. He just got in the Hall of Fame with Mike Vernon and Henrik Lundqvist. I love the Lundqvist haters, Michael, because they're like, oh, who's the only guy going in to the Hall without a ring in that crowd? I'm like, right, but Vernon and Barrasso are not first ballot. Henrik Lundqvist is first ballot, and you would take him over either one of them in a heartbeat. Henrik Lundqvist is the Dan Marino of hockey. He really is. He's the Dan Marino of hockey. Great stats, incredible in game sevens. No ring, so we can't bring him up. I don't believe in that, but that's the way it is. Detroit is playing Cleveland. The Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Final, waiting the winner of that. OKC is just swept the Lakers. They're in the Western Conference Finals. Minnesota and San Antonio, I believe, are tied 2 apiece. I believe it's 2 apiece. So there you go. There's your NBA update, Bruin. Minute 31 left on Buffalo's power play. Tate, come on. Come on. What are you doing? Who was that, Darlene? He just tripped him. What are you doing? Let me see it again. Interference. Let's see this interference. Little ticky-tacky to me, but technically his right foot lagged and it tripped the Canadians player. So take that as you will. I was talking to a girl the other night. She told me he went to high school with LeBron's wife. Wow. That's great, man. That's cool, LeBron, man. I like LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan. I like him a lot. I don't have a second NBA team. I definitely don't like the Lakers, but I'm grateful for all the amazing, legendary players in all sports that I've gotten to see in my 50-plus years of being on this planet. Oh, my gosh, man. 4-on-4 for another minute 5. Buffalo bringing it up, crossing mid-ice right now. Very close to an offsides. I say that all the time. Everything looks like offsides to me. Maybe it's me. Shoot it! Oh, it trickled out. It trickled out. Oh, come on. They called the whistle too quick on that. Come on. Come on. Schnazzy, look at that. They called that too quick, man. That's a joke. They blew that whistle down too fast. Dobish didn't have that puck that long. Come on. That's lame. Ernie, that NBA halftime show, Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, and Barkley, the greatest crew of any sport, man. I love it. I love it. Yep, I agree with this, Nazi. I love watching. I wish they would do every sport. I love when Barkley comes on NHL on TNT. He comes on there with Liam and Bish and Anson Carter, all of them. It's fun. Shoot it. Come on. I'm trying to keep 4-on-4 for 25 more seconds. And then Montreal's going to have a man advantage, probably for about 30 seconds or so. Come on, man. Stay on them. Look at Montreal. They always want a penalty. They think everything's a penalty. Let's go. Montreal's a power play for 35 more seconds. The man advantage now. What, did he lie about being injured for Game 7? Is that true? I thought he was having a strained feeling he came back pretty quick from a torn Achilles. Buffalo all time is 0-14 when trailing 2-1, but this is a different team. Those stats don't mean anything to me because these aren't the same players. So it doesn't matter what they historically have been down 2-1. What is this team going to do when they're down 2-1? These aren't the same players that were on those previous teams. Those stats don't mean anything to me. Oh, they're 0-14 when they're down 2-1. Not these guys. The franchise is, but not these particular players. So, some stats don't mean anything. That stat means nothing. If he felt strain in his Achilles, I can't say I don't blame him for not playing. You want to tear that and be out a whole nother year? And the Boston fans that give the excuse, well, Tatum didn't play. You guys finished number 2 in the East without Tatum, so that's not really an excuse, right? Yeah, I didn't know that either, Schnazzy. I have to look into that. But Manav is pretty good with his news. Here we go with some fighting. Manav is pretty good with his updates for us, so I'll take him at his word. It's playoff hockey. Got to love it. Amen, Michael. Got to love it. And Andre, I love having new hockey fans in here. And Al from Australia is another new hockey fan. I don't know if this is on KO or not. Way back. Is this on KO if you're still in here? Or code? Oh, all right, Manav. Well, Manav's saying it. I will take your word for it, Manav. Thanks, Michael. Michael. I always tell everybody I'm a fan like you guys are. I'm just in here doing what I do, man. This is how I used to talk when I drank a lot at the bars. I still talk a lot. I just don't drink. I just don't drink anymore. But cool, man. I really appreciate it, Michael. I do. We're all fans in here, man. That's what makes it so much fun. I just feel like being real being honest and being who you are. You make a mistake. Well, who cares? We're in the basement. I don't know everything. I don't edit out my mistakes, man. When I do an uploaded video, I've made mistakes. I don't go back, I have to look perfect and edit them out. Who cares? I don't know everything. I'm a 4 decades Jet fan, Michael. How smart could I be? Stella is free and clear to fly out of there, and she still hasn't yet. She's still eating. Johnny, I know the American fans wouldn't blame the rest for any calls like the Canadians do. They are still making excuses about. I know. That's why I pinned the guy, Andre, that said, hey, well, wow, you won a gold first time in 46 years. Yep, thank you for recognizing. Boom, and I pinned it. You think that's bothering me? About time we won. So, yeah. The players themselves, Nathan McKinnon said everybody knows who had the better team. Well, the score says we did, right? The score says we did. That's how that goes down. Good job, Andre. I agree. Amen, Gunner. Amen. Nailed it. Nailed it, Gunner. 100%. No, Manav. So here we go with another power play for Montreal. Manav, I have not heard anything about Staff Sergeant Thomas. The only thing I'll tell you guys, the good news is he said if anything really went badly or like the worst thing that could happen, Rock or I would hear from his sister Kathy. Neither one of us have heard from her. So we're hoping that he's in a recovery like he's had in the past with his heart surgeries. Took him a month or 2 to get back on. I'll start doing Yankee games again when we get a break in the playoffs. But he should be on for Knicks. I'm going to do the Knicks games Eastern Conference Finals. So he's a Knicks fan. He should be on for those. But if you're watching, Mr. Marine, we're praying for you, thinking about you always. Thanks for bringing him up, Manav. Thanks for looking out. Shinazi, I think every play is offsides. I mean, for both teams. They all look offsides. Another shot on net. UPL. Oh, come on. Net is off. Net is off. Net is off. Net is off. Come on. Stop play. There you go. Every play looks offsides to me, Shinazi. Every play. Are they saying UPL knocked it off? Let's see. He got checked into it, man. Shen checked him into it. Shen's a 2-time champion with the Lightning. What are they saying? That Shen purposely pushed Suzuki into the everything is getting looked at. What was wrong with that? Did not review it. I was going to say, there's 4:11 left in the first period, 1:09 on Montreal's power play. What is he supposed to do? Let Suzuki stand by the post? Of course you check him. Everything is not apparent. Come on. In the old days, he would have been laid out. He would have had an elbow in the face. Yep, that same thing. You just heard me say what I said, so I wish I had an email or a number for him, and I don't. I wish I did. Just hoping and praying that we shoot it. Until I hear otherwise, I'm going to say he's recovering because that's where I want to put my brain. He has been with me the longest. I mean, the longest. When my videos hold on. When my videos were really bad, and I mean my uploaded videos, I took them down. I still have them. I'm going to post them and rip on myself because they are really bad. My son begged me not to put them on, Michael. Like, begged me. I'm like, I just made a video. Put it on. And now that I've been on for a while, I can see what he meant. Like, he's like, don't do it, Dad. Don't do it, Dad. Don't do it. I put it on anyway. Mr. Marine has been with me that long. From November of 21. My channel I've had since 2011, but November of 21 is when I first started uploading videos, and he was there then. He was like the only person commenting then. So he's been with me a long time. I really, really pray he's okay. I do too when he picked the Leafs to win. or the 2020. I think he should stick to basketball. He's a great friend of Wayne Gretzky, and he loves hockey. Charles Barkley loves hockey. He really does. His predictions are funny. But his basketball predictions are funny too. But when he's on the NHL on TNT, he's hilarious. And Shaq's been on there a couple times as well. But yeah, he's the Leafs. Imagine he picks the Leafs of all teams. I remember that, Schnazzy. That was funny. Buffalo bringing it up. See that one right there, Schnazzy? It looked like two Buffalo Sabres were already over the blue line when he brought the puck over. Here we go. Oh, a little throwing down, little pushing. Let's go. Sam Carrick's got to get payback. Sam Carrick has to get payback. There you go. The poor ref is trying to break this up. Dirty play. Pulled him to the ice, man. I don't blame him for wanting to swing for that. Kraz and Bulldog both going to the penalty box. Look at him. He just yanks him to the ice right here. I don't think Cruz should go anywhere. Look at that, man. He horse-collared him from the back. Why does he have to go to the penalty box? What did he do wrong? He horse-collared him. He shouldn't be going to the penalty box. That's BS. I don't agree with that. That's ridiculous. He should not be in the box. Oh, thanks, Manav. Much appreciated. Always, like I said, I love you guys being in here too. You guys make the channel. I just show up. So we got 4-on-4 now for 2 minutes. All right. It always does, Snazzy. It always does. And I'm really trying to look at it. Good. So at least I know it's not just me. At least I know it's not just me, man. That's it, Michael. Amen. That's what we are, sports fans. We don't know everything. I just find it funny, the channels that try to act like they know everything. And there are people, you guys watch YouTube, other live streamers. They're not all like that, but there's some that just act like they know everything and they ignore their chat. Now, if their chat is going, if they have just thousands of, there are guys that have just, the thing is just going all the way. I don't blame them, but I mean, I'm talking about people that have as much as I have. And they pick like a random, oh, Michael, let's see what Michael has to say. And then like that's something special. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man. We're all fans in here. Just these people showing up and typing, and that's why I give every comment a look. That's why I'm always behind, because you guys take the time to be here and you take the time to type this stuff out. I know it takes me an hour to type out one sentence. So another shot. Oh, come on. So I give you guys the respect to read. Oh, no. Get back there, Buffalo. Goalie interference. What is he doing? Minute 10 left on the 4-on-4. Me too, Schnazzy. I worry about him every time he disappears for a month or two. I worry about him, man. He's been through a lot, including the wars that he's been in. Get it out of there. What are you staring at the puck for? 40 seconds and counting left on the 4-on-4. I should have, Bruin. You're right. I wasn't thinking. I should have. I did tell him, though, that, hey, Nathan McKinnon, though, is going for his second silver of the year. He's gunning for his second silver this year. Shoot it. What is it, a penalty every play? Oh, come on. I think he really did trip him. I can't even argue this one. I think he really I think Thompson really did trip him, though. I can't lie. Let's see. Ruff is going to have a stroke. Let's see. Was it tripping or roughing? You know what's funny? This is the same kind of play that Montreal fans were making fun of Kucherov for. Flopping. Tage barely cross-checked him in the back, and this guy went flying into the boards, and Montreal fans were all, hey! Kucherov did the same flop, and they were all ripping on him and ragging on him and all this stuff, and now they love that their own player did it. See? Hypocrisy at its finest. Because he just flopped. It was a cross-check technically, but, I mean, he flopped. Stella, you are free to fly anywhere you want. I'm surprised she's still in there. 28 seconds left in the first. Just get out of this. Buffalo. Montreal at the point. Passing around Savarsky with it. Hudson. Another shot. Man, where's the defense for Buff? There it is. Dang, man. I saw that coming. Right as I said, where's the defense? Montreal's just taking shot after shot. Where's the Buffalo's defense? Hey, Michael Schnazzy, this sound familiar? Where's the defense? Letting the goalie just hung out to dry. That shot, another shot. He went right up. I mean, how does he get Caulfield get right up to the net? Where is the defense? Caulfield's all by himself. Look at him right there. Where is the defense? He is all by himself, and he got that right under the wickets. That is really bad. How he even scored that is insane on its own, but where is the Buffalo defense? Boy, Michael, and that there, Schnazzy and Michael, Ranger fans, that's what I feel we were watching. That looks very familiar. Yes, the next game is in Buffalo, Andre, but they sure don't want to be going there down 3-1. Tony, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Tony's in the basement. Tony, thank you for the Ford panel van video. Thank you. That was I'm halfway through it. Awesome video, Tony. Awesome. Appreciate it as always. I hate blaming refs, but wow, these guys are terrible tonight. Yep. And we're at the end of the first period now. As I promised, I'm turning to the Yankees in between periods. Guys, I mean, Gunner. That is exactly what the Montreal fans were hating on Kucherov for. Oh, he took a soft cross-check to the back and threw himself into the boards. That's exactly what we just saw the Montreal guy do. And one of their fans were like, oh, yeah, look at that. Hypocrisy, big time. They complained about that forever. And here they are, loving it. When their team does it, it's just fine. Cullen, another Aussie dweller accounted for. Cullen's in the basement. What is going on, Cullen? The Gordon Fisherman, the worst jersey in the NHL. Now, this has nothing to do with my hatred for the Islanders. Maybe a little bit. The light blue Gordon Fisherman, and it had the wave. They all don't have it, but they had the wave at the bottom. It was like a light blue and a white, and the Gordon Fisherman was there kind of on an angle, and they had the fire-round lighthouse on the shoulder. Terrible. Oh, it's awful. Now, back then, that is the worst jersey to me. The worst. The other one I don't like that much is the old Vancouver, the piss and crap color, yellow and brown. I didn't like that one either. But the Islander one takes the cake. That is awful. Look it up. There was a Gordon Fisher regular color, and the other one had the wave. It had a wave on it. Now, the Islander fans back then, if you recall, were writing letters to Charles Wang, the owner of the Islanders at the time. Hate letters. Hate. I don't blame them for that because they want their original logo back, and they were appalled at the Gordon Fisherman. I don't blame them for that. And now they buy it and wear it as a symbolical kind of is symbolical a word. Whatever, it's a word in the basement. So they use that now. Oh, man, it's such a great throwback. No, it's not. It's an awful throwback. You don't buy that. So that's my answer, Michael. It's true, Cullen. We know everything until we don't. That's how I look at it. We know everything in here until we don't. Oh, I did not know that, but not surprised. They aren't having that great of a season, so that's not surprising, right? Oh, he quit? Well, there you go. Oh, the coach quit. Oh, the Yankees were up 6-0 in the sixth inning. Wow. I don't know what's going on with the screen here, but it's frozen. Up there. Up, now it's back. What's up with Austin Wells, by the way? This guy is like hitting like 190. It's terrible. I don't know what's going on with him. The coach quit. Wow. Palenko, Montreal Canadian fan, a respectable Montreal Canadian fan. He was in here from the beginning to the end of all the games. That's the fan we respect, that could actually be in here, win, lose, draw. He is here for it all. Yeah, the Knicks were on. Palenko, you see that back there? That's my number one team going on right now, the New York Knicks, and they were on at the same time as the Buffalo Sabres. That's why I wasn't doing this. I will do the Buffalo games when the Knicks aren't playing. I'll be here every time the Knicks aren't playing, Palenko. But when my Knicks are on, that's a whole different talk show. Now they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, so they won't be on for at least a week. So we should be good. I don't know what's going on, but the Yankee game can't be shown. The channel's not working. I don't know. But Palenko, thanks for showing up again, man. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Wayback is back. Good to have you back, Wayback. Hey, by the way, Wayback, do you guys have this on KO over there? Are they showing this game? I didn't, Colin. I took your word, but up until last week, your word has been golden on don't tip the dogs. So I'm lying. I didn't even almost tip him. I just automatically didn't tip him. Oh, he did quit. Well, look at that. Get out of that mess. I get it. Oh, I'm way behind, as usual. He scored. Yep, score. There you go. Yep, they were all over. I don't know where Buffalo's defense was. Do not know. That was Caulfield just hanging around. He's hanging around the side of the post, just waiting to score. Hey, I'm over here, guys. I'm wide open. No one's paying attention to me. I only scored 51 goals in the regular season, and Buffalo's leaving me wide open on the side of the net here. Though what makes it worse, UPL is looking right at him, and he still put it under his pads. Crazy. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, Palenko, I'm a Met fan. I'm a Met fan too. I grew up in a Mets household. Oh, I'm with you on that. I grew up more of a Mets fan than I did a Yankee fan. When I grew up, I liked Dave Winfield and Don Mattingly. And my father, you weren't allowed to watch the Yankees in my house. But I don't dislike them. I don't dislike them at all. I actually like the Yankees. So, but the Mets, I do Mets games on here too, Palenko. So hang around, man, because I definitely do them on. I have done Mets games plenty of times. Way back is back. Let me catch up on these. I'll take a quick break. What happened to Brandon Clark? Let me look this up quick. Boy, that is awful. Did he die of like a heart attack or was it an accident? There it is. Brandon Clark, Grizzlies forward, dies at age 29.
to the year 2014 in the playoffs. He's been that explosive. So this
Oh,
is a
come on.
point for Buffalo's defense. They wanted to be active, but you can't get too festive here when things are going great. Go ahead and look at the clip. I'm going to show you
29 years old. There she is. Stella's finally over. Say hello to everybody, Stella. They're not telling me. Does anybody know how he passed away? I'm not finding in these quick articles that I'm looking up. That's crazy. And they cut right to a commercial during that? Yeah, no kidding. I don't blame you for that, man. How do you cut for commercial in the middle of a memorial for somebody that just passed away?
But you just can't leave the guy back there. They did it in the
Dave Bruin. I'm not kidding you. That's why I said it really has nothing to do with the Islanders. The Islander fans at the time hated that Gorton jersey. I give that Gorton jersey a slight edge over that Vancouver. That Vancouver one is awful. It is awful. Yeah, the V jerseys were terrible. That would be my runner-up. That would be my runner-up. And I think I give the Islanders the edge because I can't stand that team anyway. But the fact that their own fans at the time hated it and were writing – you can look it up. They were writing letters to their owner about how – I mean, you took away the logo of the Islanders for that. Fish sticks in the boring Canucks jersey with the stick and – oh, that one, yeah. I forgot about that one. The stick jersey, that was just like, hey, man, it's quitting time. What are we going to do here? Just put a hockey stick on the front. Keep all the colors the same. We'll just put a hockey stick on the front. We got to get out of here. It's Friday afternoon. That's what that seemed like. Yeah, Michael, good shout out on that. It is on KO. All right, well, there you go, guys. Where's Al? Al is always all over these games. They win. I know. Schnazzy, I haven't done a lot of Yankees. I did them in the beginning before the playoffs started because I already knew the Knicks were in, the Lightning were in, the Rangers were out. So the last week of the NBA and NHL season, I didn't really care about that. So I did the Mets games on here and did some Yankee games. And then once these playoffs started, the Yankees, NASCAR, Red Bull, everything else takes a backseat to these playoffs. So, and that's why I was telling Palenko, the Knicks and the Sabres are on at the same time. That was unfortunate. I was hoping they wouldn't be, but the Knicks are going to rule every time on that. So now this week, Palenko, I should be on for all the Sabre Canadiens games because the Knicks are already in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we don't have to worry about a Knicks game until at least next week. Bring back the Nordiques. Yes, Michael. Yes, bring them back. I agree. That's a classic jersey, man. I almost want to get a Nordiques jersey just to have it. Yeah, you know why, Snazzy? Money's more important. Got to get that commercial in. Got to get the millions. Money's more important. Money rules, Snazzy. The death of a young player and money rules. Money rules. That's why they cut to the commercial. That's why they cut to the commercial. So that's unfortunate, but that's the reason. Wemby didn't address the media after that dirty play. Now I don't like. Yeah, that was bad. And then you know what? People say, well, he was getting knocked around. He was getting hit a lot. Yeah, you know what? That's basketball. And you know what? That's what teams are going to do. They're going to make the rest of the team beat you. And you know what that's going to draw now, Shanazzi? That's going to draw players to agitate him even more. Everybody now, no matter who he plays now or against the Thunder, they're going to agitate him now. He should not have let that happen, man. He shouldn't have lost his cool, but he's young. I don't know. Way back, I don't know. Overdose, health issue, accident. I don't know. I don't know. Goodness gracious, only 29 years old. Who was? Oh, boy. Albert. I'm going to give Albert Bell from the Cleveland Indians, the Indians at the time. I'm going to give Albert Bell that honor, Michael. Milton Bradley was another one. Besides the obvious, Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds, besides the obvious ones, I'm going old school with Albert Bell. Albert Bell was the worst. I think he was one of the worst. I'll think of some more names, but he's the first one that comes to mind. Outside of the obvious, Clemens, we all know about those guys. I think he was the worst. Manav says, hey, Stella. OG Manav says, what's up? He died. What do you think about that? Just trying to go for my glasses. It's okay. I understand we all have it. Yeah, Palenko, man, my team's rule. So, and that was unfortunate because I have a lot of Buffalo fans that subscribe to my channel. They are diehard Bills fans, and their Sabres just made a historic turnaround. So I really wanted to do the games from the very beginning. So, but like I said, I'll be on this week because the Knicks swept the 76ers. Palenko, my Knicks swept them. So we are just waiting for Detroit or Cleveland. We're waiting for the next victim. So we're good this week. My mate got home from India. He loved it so much, especially the food. There you go. I have not, Gunner. I don't know who that is. Who was he? I have not, Gunner. You got me there. Hi, baby. You got me on that one, Gunner. I don't know who is he. Tell me. I don't know. Does anybody know Michael? Michael's an older guy like myself. Do you know Michael? Never heard of him. Why, was he on the Rangers and I'm going to be embarrassed that I don't know him now because I don't know him? Yeah, money's the reason. Got to get that commercial in. Got to get that going. Let's go. Let's go. We're a multi-billion-dollar channel, multi-billion-dollar corporation, but we forget the death, man. We need that extra million. We need that extra million, or we got to put a for sale sign up in front of the company. All right, guys, give me a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Be right back. Oh. Boom. All right, guys, about to get underway here. Second period. Literally, they're about to get underway right now. Yankees are still up 6-0. Look at that. At the end of the intermission that we had here, the Yankees channel that was freezing on me, it just unfroze right as the second period. So we got 0 out of that, except that they're up 6-0. Amen, Schnazzy, on that. I agree with you 100%. I hope somebody rips them for that too, by the way. I hope someone rips them for that. I really do. They're saying possible overdose. Oh, man. It's really bad, man. That is really sad for a young player, good player, man. Really, really sad. Sorry to hear that. Addictions are real. Addictions are real, and that's coming from an alcoholic, which you guys know I am. So people that don't know or think it's really, they should just stop, but look where they are now. It doesn't matter. Those addictions don't care about what your background is, how much money you have, don't have, nothing. Thank you, Stella. No, not again like that, though. Canucks, they weren't bad. No, I didn't like I know what you're talking about. You know what I like? I think it's their minor league one. What's the one with the woodsman on the front? I kind of like that one for Vancouver. The hockey guy. Oh, no, Montreal right in front of – hold on. I feel like – get it out of there. The hockey guy, for those that want to know, and I know Bruin has seen this because he was the one that told me about it, the hockey guy reviews every jersey, the worst jersey for each team. And he has – Bruin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he has every jersey for every team, home, away, alternate, third jersey from every year. Like, it's insane what this guy has. Insane. And he pulls out the worst jersey of every team. So Michael and Snazzy, thankfully, he said the Rangers are the rare team that really never had a bad jersey. I agree. They never really had a bad one. And he's not a Ranger fan. What is he, Bruin? What fan is the hockey guy? Penalty on Buffalo again. What is going on with the Sabres? What is going on with Buffalo? High sticking, and there it is. I can't say he didn't. He hit him right, Anderson, right in the face. Come on. I will look him up, Gunner. I will. I was going to say, what year was he drafted? When did that happen? The name didn't even ring a bell. So look at this. The Buffalo is doing stupid penalties, man. That one was dumb. That was a complete, and he hit Anderson in the face. So here we are, Montreal on a 2-minute power play yet again. Caleb. Another Aussie dweller accounted for. A big Yankee fan. Caleb in the basement. What's up, Caleb? Buffalo wings and all. I'll tell you the other jersey, and Gunner has agreed with me on this. The Buffalo Slug jersey was awful. Not worse than the Islanders, not worse than the V-neck, the V Canucks, but it was bad. You guys know the one I'm talking about. It looks like a slug on the jersey. It's awful. Gunner has agreed with me on this. It's Gunner approved. Is that good? Stop. Get it out of there. That's another one I put up for ugliest NHL jersey. That would be my third in line. Gordon Fisherman, the V Canucks one, and then the Buffalo Slug. That is another terrible one. Really bad. Everybody say what's up to each other. Baranari, wow. Another Aussie dweller accounted for. Baranari in the basement. You guys should know Baranari. Nice save by UPL. Nice save by UPL right there. 40 seconds left on Montreal's power play. For those that don't know Baranari, he comments a lot on my uploaded videos. Baranari's been around a while, and he usually gives me nice novels to read in his comments, which I always appreciate Baranari. I always break his chops about that, but they're very informative. So Barinari, man, what is going on? Good to have you in here. Bruin knows. Yes, he does. Bruin knows. Yep, he knows. I'm telling you, that Buffalo slug is terrible. If you guys haven't seen it, look at it. It's awful. No, get it out. Oh, man, see, Gunner, there was a deflection right there. Thankfully, they didn't get scored on. It's halftime for John. That's right. That's right, Michael. I'm an older guy, and you're drinking these things in water. I mean, come on. I can only hold out for so long. 15 seconds left on Montreal's power play. Still 2-1. 15:48 left in the second period. Buffalo does not need to go down 3-1, being Johnny Obvious right now. That is my Johnny Obvious of the day. I feel like for me, can I read a sentence? I have more fun watching basketball when it's not the Knicks compared to hockey when it's not the Rangers. I agree with you on that, because the other night I was watching the Cleveland and Detroit, and Cleveland came back. Did you see James Harden, Schnazzy? James Harden came through in a game. That's what made the series 2-1. Harden came through in that game. And then yesterday, Cleveland just took off, and I've been watching the Spurs in the Wild. And look at Julius Randle. I mean, I never disliked Randle. I always liked him. Hockey, those certain matchups I will watch. Hello, everyone who joined. There you go. It covers it all. Barinari, man, good to see you in here. Holden, now look at this. Michael, I know this one. Holden is a GM product. Holden is against. They are a competition for Ford. They're like Chevy. It's like a Chevy. It's GM. It's a GM product. Boom, I knew that. And the Aussies in here know that I know that. Oh, I feel proud about that one. And even though Barinari said it, they know I already knew that. They know I knew that. There you go. Holden is GM, Ford is Ford. Right. Now, I did not look at their answers. You guys know I don't do that, and these guys will vouch that they know I knew that because they told me that in one of my videos. The Holden A9X Tirana, driven by Peter Brock, who finished 6 laps ahead in the V8 supercar race decades ago, and no one has ever done it since. That proves I know what I'm talking about. I get happy when I actually know something like that confidently. And the Ford Phase 4. Super fast, never made production. The GTHO Phase 3 is my favorite. That has become one of my favorite Fords from the past. Dobish would have saved. Look at that. Look at Montreal's defense. Circle the wagon. Sorry to use a Buffalo term. But they're all around their goalie. Look at that. He makes that first save. The puck is bouncing around. Montreal players are everywhere helping out their goalie. This is not what Buffalo does. This is not what Buffalo's been doing. Where am I at? Oh, man. Oh, I clicked back on my name. 100%, Caleb. 100%. The hockey guy is legendary on YouTube. He is awesome. That whiteboard he uses, I don't know how he fits all the things that he does on that whiteboard. I don't know how he does that. That whiteboard is not that big, and he has all those things written. I don't know how long that takes him to do. Very accurate. He is awesome. I like watching his channel. Definitely a great watch right there. But if you YouTube the hockey guy ugliest team jerseys, that's a great video to watch. There'll be a penalty on Montreal. That's what I'm talking about. I love how they all look for blood or try to bite their lip or pick their nose a little harder to get blood going. So Carrier going to the box. Finally, Buffalo's getting a power play. 15 shots for Buffalo, only 1 goal, 10 for Montreal, and they have 2. Now it's just the American forward. It's just the same, but it's a left side drive. Right, boom, there it is. Canucks, Stars, and Bruins. Right, he has 3 teams. I knew he had a Canadian team, but I didn't know he was a Stars and Bruins fan. That I didn't know. But he did say our Rangers, I believe he said, are the only club that doesn't even have one of their many jerseys that are ugly. I think he named the 2014 one as like, the one that wasn't that great. But he said you can't go wrong with any of the Rangers jerseys. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I knew what you meant, Bernard. Thing of beauty. Oh, man, Palenko. And Buffalo's getting a 4-minute power play because he had a trickle of blood. A trickle of blood gets a 4-minute major. Buffalo needs to score. Johnny Avi is showing up once again. Yes. Caleb, I agree with that. Oh. See, she already got the top of that one. I don't know why. That used to be blue. See, she gets some of them. It's one of my favorite trucker hats that they have. It's one of my favorite ones. I've had that for a long time. Classic home and away with the 90s jersey as a third. Beautiful. The Buffalo slug was bad, but the Sabres also had that blue in the back, yellow in front. That was that's true. That Buffalo slug was awful. It was really ugly jersey. I love picking see, like the Yankees never really changed their jerseys. The Mets do, so I like getting a lot of the Mets different jerseys. The Buffalo. Thank you, Stella. That one hurt. Another stoppage in play. Give them a 5-on-3. That would be amazing. We'll take everything we can get. Let's see. That I don't know, Michael. I have to admit, that one I don't know. Hey, baby. You want to little them to tear up this jersey too? Let's see. Basically, we used to have Ford Falcon, but it's the Mustang now. It's a good car. I love the Mustang. I wish SVG would drive a Mustang over here. I like going for SVG. And the road courses, he dominates anyway. He dominates the road courses over here. But the oval, he has a problem. He's getting better in the oval, but man. Tage Thompson growing across. Let's go, Buffalo. Moving on up. Man, they can't get a flow going. The play keeps stopping. Let's go. And you guys are all answering each other. I'm going to catch up here, guys. I'm going to pass some of these because you guys are already answering each other anyway. I'm going to take a chance here. Taro Tijamoto. Tijamoto? Is that right? Taro Tijamoto. Guys, I am awful with names. Hockey names, I'm terrible. Taro Tijamoto. If I don't hear the announcer say some names first, I'll jack the name up in a minute. Look at Montreal controlling the puck. Can Buffalo get anything started here? 3:10 left in the power play. 3:10. I'm going to go with I'm going to go final answer. Tajamoto was picked by Buffalo in the 1974 draft. Wow, that's great, Gunnar. I will definitely. Buffalo scored. Must be the ref's fault, right? Montreal complained that shouldn't have been a major. Must be the ref's fault. Buffalo scored. Tie game 2-2. Boom, 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 boom. Power play goal. 7 minutes into the second period. Tie game. Montreal fans will start whining, especially if Buffalo wins this game. The Canadian fans, not Palenko, but they'll say that major shouldn't have happened. Hey, Stella, that one hurt. I will look that up. Thankfully, he was not a Ranger. When you asked me that, Gunnar, I was like, watch this guy be a Ranger, and I'll look really bad. Good, all right. He wasn't a Ranger, so I don't feel as bad. The Love Bug. We had a movie over here, Herbie the Love Bug. I think, was it Herbie the Love? I think it was Herbie the Love Bug. My mate's parents have a Mini Cooper. There's a lot of those over here. I did way back. That's why I just mentioned SVG. I did watch it, and I saw the race anyway. So, but it's good. SVG, I really like him a lot, man. And I love the fact that way back, he is mentioned for everybody that says, oh, NASCAR is so easy. You just drive in a circle. You drive that oval in a circle. They don't realize how much the steep drop off it is. If you drove a car at 54 miles an hour, let's say in Daytona, and went around that, your car would roll over. He talked about how tough it is to drive in the oval for a superstar legend driver like SVG. He talked about how tough it is. to drive that oval, and that it's not just making left turns and driving in a circle. Driving 4 wide, everybody on top of each other, going 180 to 200 miles an hour. He loves the challenge of trying to win and become consistently good in the oval. And I'll tell you what, way back, he's gotten a lot better at that oval, a lot better. I love all types of racing. I think comparing racing there's so many racing that is so much different. When it comes to road courses, SVG is all over it. I used to watch Urinating Tree a lot, but he always just so negative. I've heard about him. I can't sit here and say I've watched. I feel like he rage baits and just that's the thing I won't be. Tage Thompson. Oh, what a pass. Oh, Dobish saved that. Still got 17 seconds left on the major. Darlene looking. Dumps it in. Buffalo doing a line change. And 7 seconds, we should be back to full strength. Back to full strength now, but Buffalo gets a chance to tie it up. We got exactly 11 minutes left in the second period. That's the other thing people do, Snazzy. I don't come on here and just I got to be negative and trash players and trash people and do all that so I can get views and tons of people in here, and I'm just going to be negative. I don't believe in doing that. For what? I'm just going to be myself in here. And I'm not going to be super perfect, so hopefully someone on ESPN or Fox Sports can recognize me and I can be on their channel because I'll be super perfect and edit out all my – you know what? You set yourself up for failure if you try to edit out all your mistakes because now you're going to have to look perfect when the time comes. You guys know we get trolls in here. And the trolls I get in my uploaded videos, I comment. If they do it a lot, I tell them. I'm not going to do back and forth on here, but if you want to come in when I'm live, we'll see what I know and don't know. So, and a lot of them don't accept that challenge to come on in here and we'll talk about it because you'll see me. I'm not going to Google anything. And I'll get some right, I'll get some wrong, but to sit there and they don't come in for that challenge. They don't. You got me live. Ask me anything you want. Right, Stella? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, I've heard about that, Schnazzy, and there's a few guys that do that. You don't have to rage bait and do all this negative stuff and trash players and trash people and all that. For what? We trash trolls in here, but they asked for it. Yeah, it's bigger vehicle now with all the gas going up. It's crazy. Let me catch up. Definitely. Come on, Sabres. Yes, Watkins Glen equals SVG. Way back, I'm going to send you a video a couple years ago. It happened. Chris Buescher. SVG was leading at the end. It was unbelievable. Chris Buescher, who's a really good driver. He's one of the better road course drivers. Man, he made such a move on SVG way back. I'm going to send it to you. In like the last lap, the last 2 laps, he made an amazing move, and they were going back and forth, man. He barely edged SVG out. But, yeah, SVG equals all the road courses, period. Watkins Glen is a tough course on top of that way back. Boom, 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 Stella. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. He is awesome. Angus, way late in the chat. I'm used to seeing Angus number 1 or in the top 3 at the beginning of my life. Soccer ambassador, another cellar dweller accounted for way back. Angus, I got that wrong. I said way back. Angus, they got me all on SVG right now. Angus is in the basement. What's up, Angus? There you go. Not familiar with the new ones yet. Collects hat. She sure does. And it happens fast. Look at that. It happens quickly. Yep. That beak hooks in, pops right off. All right. She's about to go back over. She's very bitey today. I don't want her tearing up my jersey. She's used to being on me all the time because I spoil her to death. But you guys have seen my Stella sweatshirt. She can chew and all that. But when she's on my jerseys, that's why I move her over back to her aviary a lot because I don't want her tearing those up. Good girl. Good girl. Those road trains are amazing. I did a couple videos on those. Those are really, really cool. Really cool. Goal, yes. Oh, man, I am behind. All right, let me catch up. Go Sabres. Yes, Sabres. Let's go. 3 of us are on the bandwagon. The referee fixes in. Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Angus. Boom, 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 boom. Angus, did you see Dylan Nealis? Boy, what a win for the Red Bulls, by the way. Completely off topic. What a win for the Red Bulls over Chicago in Chicago. That was unforeseen. Who called that? Great, great, great game there. And Dylan Nealis is the player of the match day. He should be the player of the match day, Angus. Did you see him on defense? My goodness, man. He saved 2 goals on his own. What a goal. Yes, Palenko. No. She did make the noise, right, when Buffalo scored. That was good, Palenko. I like that one. The video I sent in the Discord about the Knicks is good. They always do watch parties, but if you're live, I'd always watch you because I like being. Amen. And you know what, Schnazzy? I just didn't come on live last for a lot of those Knicks-Philly games. Just didn't, but I will for the Eastern Conference Finals. I wanted to sit and just watch them. I wanted to just watch it. And there are times that I do that, guys, that I will just want to sit there and just engross myself in the game. But the Eastern Conference Finals, I will be on for those. That's a promise. If the team starts wearing striped white and black jerseys, I'll start blaming the white and black referee jerseys. The Collingwood Pies in the AFL wear that. I drove a KW T700, T600, T650, T750. I've driven a few Kenworths in my day. Boy, that was a hard hit by Darlene right into the post. Let's go Sabres, yes. I like F1, but I like NASCAR better. I like the challenge. F1, I feel like the technology is insane, but I feel like the same driver wins all the time. Like I like the bang into the cars in NASCAR, V8 supercars in Australia. I mean, this is some real rough racing, man. These guys are rough racing. Montreal on another power play tonight. They're 1 for 4. It's funny how Montreal fans, not Palenko, I always throw that in there, complain about the referees, yet they get more power plays than any other team does. Just saying, just throwing that out there. Richard, Rocket Richard Rashad. Yes, you are a Montreal fan. Believe in ghosts? Believe in ghosts. I got a feeling you're going to bring up that's how long it's been since Montreal's won, since 1993 with Patrick Roy. And somehow or another, you guys gave up Patrick Roy, one of the greatest goalies of all time, Martin Brodeur. I am not a Devils fan, but I will say Martin Brodeur is the greatest goalie of all time. But yes, Patrick Roy, who left Montreal, went on to win with the Colorado Avalanche more than once. That one, yes, I do believe. Hudson, hold on. 44 seconds left on Montreal's power play. Oh, good save by UPL. Either that hit his pad or it hit the post. I ate dinner out very rare. Yeah, I was going to say, Angus, you are way down the batting order today. Way down the order and showing up. That is unexpected. Like I said, I was setting up. I didn't even see anybody was in the chat yet. Usually it alerts me when someone's in the chat. And I was like, man, no one's here, so Angus is not on. Lord Stanley goes back to where it belongs. Well, you have every right to talk about all your cups and rings, and I believe UPL, good save. I believe that's what you have them for. Yankees fans talk about 27 rings. They should talk about them. That's why you win. As a fan, you should talk about it. So, yes, Stanley has been in Montreal more than any other. So you got that. You got that right. And if you're a Habs fan, I know desperately you want that back. I get that. Hey, Angus, yes, we trash trolls in here, but they ask for it. They do. I never start out that way. I always ask them. They come in here with stupid things, and then we've had some really entertaining trolls, and we've had some really bad ones. So I just ask them, I ask them questions, and most of them don't even know anything about their own team. We had a Titans one. Gunner will tell you about that. We had a guy who's a Titans fan comes in here trashing the Buffalo Bills, and I'm like, because I was wearing my Jets jersey. I was doing the game, but I mean, I'm a Jets fan. The guy's like, he thinks There was no Buffalo. I'm like, dude, everybody in here but me is a Buffalo fan. He paid for that. Angus in the house. Yeah, I don't mind trolls coming in, but at least come in with something good. It's true. I saw that great play. St. Louis finally won a road match. Yeah, Dylan Nealis was everywhere, man. Everywhere in that game. He was the goal. He should be player of the match day and goalie of the day. I didn't watch. We're going to commercial right now, guys. I didn't watch the MLS. I didn't watch the reviews of all the games yet. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'll watch the reviews. I like to watch the reviews of all the matches, but yeah, he was on point. On point. What a great game. They should look like that all the time. I don't know why they don't, but that was the first win in a month. And St. Louis finally won a road match. Amen. Look, our teams both had great weekends. Angus Anderson, he's really good. We call him Gus. Gus, Angus. Angus, have you ever been called just Gus? That's interesting. Oh, that's right. Newcastle does. I forgot about that. I don't know. I have not followed a lot of – to my shame, I have not followed a lot of Premier League this year. I just got caught up in so many – there's too many sports going on. I saw a lot of Arsenal early on. I saw a lot of Arsenal in October, November, and then I mean, what a great season for them, right? I just got wrapped up in everything else. Found 1892, a name that nickname. Wow, were they really? Wow, I don't know either. That's interesting, Angus. What was that like? Because you see some of those turns are very steep, very steep. Wonder whatever happened to. I don't know. I guess we'll wait till you probably typed more than that, right? Johnny, who would you say the greatest Olympic hockey goalie? Well, I guess Connor Hellebuck would take the what happened there? The goalie from 1980, goodness gracious, man. The 1980 Miracle team has to get the oh my gosh, how embarrassing. I can't think of his name right now. He would get the greatest Olympic goalie because that was the greatest sporting event. The Miracle on Ice, Andre. You're talking about a bunch of took on the Russian All-Stars, basically, with a bunch of guys that were not pros on our end. We beat them. Oh, my gosh. Craig, come on. Oh, it's so shameful. That is so shameful, Andre. I can't think of the name right now. Oh, my gosh. That's so bad. I'll get it. It'll pop up. Yeah, Palenko, you're not a troll. You come in here, you're like Josh, our Carolina Hurricane fan. He comes in at the start of the game, win, lose, or draw. He's in here supporting his team the whole way, not the ones that show up at the end of the game running their mouths. And Gunnar remembers the one. He brought him up. We had a guy, the Hurricanes, I believe, it wasn't Josh. The Hurricanes were beating the Rangers in the third period like 3-1, and they come in talking way too early. Then Chris Kreider had a hat trick in that third period. The hat trick alone happened in the third period, and we ended up winning, and they all disappeared. They come in at the end of the game when it's safe. It's like, where were you at the start of the game? We'll respect your talk more if you come here at the start of the game and talk crap, and then if you lose, okay. But if you win, we'll respect your talk more. You come in at the end of the game, that's lame. You're coming in when it's safe. 4:50 left in the second period, 2-2. 17 shots for Buffalo, 14 for Montreal. No, Palenko, you're a cellar dweller. You are good. You're good. And you have never complained about the refs as reasons why you lost. So that makes it even better. Another save by UPL. The Indy 500 is a fun race. That's just a fun race. Kyle Larson, who's the current NASCAR champion. He's a 2-time champion now for NASCAR. He runs in the Indy 500 also. That's a great race, man. That is just an American classic right there, Baron. That's cool. You watch that. And the Pocket Rocket Henry. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. Jim Craig. I told you it would come to me. Jim Craig, Andre. That would be the greatest American Olympic goalie. Jim Craig. Oh, my gosh. How embarrassing. I could not think of it. Jim Craig. He gets that honor because that Miracle on Ice was just out of this world, amazing, unbelievable, like crazy. Oh, the BOD, Gunner. That guy, he gets the honor of having, he's the best troll we ever had, actually. The BOD, because every time we blocked him, he would make up, guys for that don't know, he would make up a brand new account and come right back in. Oh, he did it more than 3 times, Gunner. He would do it like 3 times in a day. Remember, Mr. Marine was always mad that we were blocking him. But don't worry, he's going to be back. He's going to be back. I would just look his name and it looked brand new today. Brand new account today. Boom. We'd let him hang for a little bit. Then he got stupid. Then he started foul language. Boom. Then when he mocked Mr. Marine as his Marine Corps status and the wars he's been through and all that, that's when we blocked him for good. It's like, dude, you can't come in here knocking Staff Sergeant Thomas, man, and his Marine record. You can't do that. Now we're done. But Staff Sergeant Thomas still wanted him back. Still wanted him back after that. So yeah, I think he made more than 3. But yeah, BOD, he's like our honorary troll. Because he gave us the BOD. He gave us that name. We got things from him that we use. What happened here now? 4:22 left in the what is this, another high stick by Buffalo? A lot of games tomorrow. Yes, a lot of games tomorrow. I saw that. That catches me off guard from time to time. I saw Wednesday's a big MLS day. Did Quinn high stick him? Let's see the replay. Hold on. Oh, Timmons high sticked him in the face. He did. The Habitants, yes. I've been called many things, including Gus. A lot of people think my name is Agnes. Don't tell us that, Angus. We're going to start calling you that. Most Angus get no penalty. They call it incidental. No penalty. It was not intentional. Most Angus get called. Wow. All right. Best to double check that info. All right, Bernard. At least he admitted it. Both in 1874. Okay. Way back. Maybe one of the guys, maybe one of your fellow Aussies know that. All right, here we go. Buffalo. Pass it quick. Did he lose the puck? Come on. 3:47 left in the second period. No, it's Jim Craig. It was Jim Craig. John Davidson was a great goalie. And he was a great announcer with Sam Rosen for the Rangers. I like Joe Micheletti a lot. John Davidson was really like the guy with Sam Rosen. Montreal, you would think they were on a power play because they've been full campsite in the Buffalo zone right now. Good call, though, Angus. John Davidson's a good name to shout out. Effing boring. Arsenal will win the Premiership. Michael, I still feel my only problem with the Premier League, and I've said this in here before, is I believe you got to have playoffs to prove why you're number one. I just do. I know they have other leagues and other championships and all that stuff. I get it. But to me, it's an American thing, I guess. You need the playoffs. You need the playoffs to prove why you're a number one team. Like Liverpool last year, Montreal is like everywhere in Buffalo's zone. Why can't they clear it? I don't like the no playoffs thing. I like Premier League soccer. I mean, I like it a lot. But the no look, Liverpool, like the last month last year, they just went through the motions. They had no stress, no strain. They already knew that they won it. They were up by so much with the points that the last month the games didn't even matter for anybody. That takes, as an American growing up with playoffs, that takes the excitement of the game away from me. Why bother watching the last month? That's just me. I don't get it. People say, well, I'm like, no, because the number one teams here don't always win the championship in any of the big four sports. The number one overall team doesn't necessarily always win. You come to the playoffs, it's a different kind of pressure. Now you got to prove why you're number one. That's just my feeling on that. Boring Arsenal. That's a blast from the past. I don't know how Buffalo screwed up that pass on a 2-on-1. Jim Craig. Yes, Jim Craig. I said it before. Jim Craig. I kept saying Craig, and I could not remember his first name. Jim Craig. Yes, that's him. Exactly. He has to be the greatest goalie in Olympic history for the United States. Has to be. He won the biggest championship in sports history. Save UPL. I know, Barinari, I get all that. I do. I get all that. But a playoff pressure, I'll put it this way, Barinari. In the four major sports here, basketball, hockey, football, baseball, all four of those sports, the teams that set the record for most wins in a season in all four of those sports did not win the championship that year. But they set the record for all-time wins in a regular season. None of them won the championship that year. That shows right there that playoffs is a different animal. It's a different type of pressure. They could not prove. They set records. The New England Patriots, the Boston Bruins, the Seattle Mariners, and the Golden State Warriors, and none of them won the championship that year. And only two of them even made it to the championship. The Patriots were undefeated, lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants. The Golden State Warriors were up 3-1 on LeBron and the Cavaliers and lost the next 3 games in a row. And they were 72-9. 72-9. 73-9. 73-9. That would make 82. 73-9. They're up 3-1 and lost the last 3 in a row. The Bruins and the Mariners didn't even make the playoff. Didn't even make the championship. They lost in the playoffs. The Mariners, ironically, beat the New York Yankees regular season record for wins all time and lost to the Yankees in the playoffs. That's why I just feel like playoffs really proves it's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. What if Arsenal played Liverpool in the playoffs last year? Like, that type of stuff to me has to happen. Again, it's an American opinion. It's what we grew up with. That's just my opinion. That's all. South Melbourne footy, 1874. They moved to Sydney in 1982. Way back, I think I knew that because I think you told me that before, or Tony. One of you guys told me that. Jim Craig, yes. I'm embarrassed. At least I knew the last name was right. I remember the last name. I just could not remember his first name. Yep, lesser of two evils. Yeah, that's why I don't like NYCFC over here, because they're Man City related. I will not go for NYCFC. Yeah, it's an American tradition, the Indy 500. Absolutely. You only have to finish on, no finals, nothing way back. You just finish on top, and you're done. So if you're so many points ahead, as I just said, that was Liverpool last year. There's so many points ahead. You can skate through the last month. You know, to me, I don't even want to watch the last month of soccer there. Major League Soccer, MLS, which is not as good as the Premier League at all, but they have playoffs. Let's see. Port Adelaide was not the Magpie, 1902. Wow. Bernard, you're giving me a lot of history here. Palenko, it's easy to blame the refs when it doesn't go your way and easier to ignore a call your way. Right. The refs don't hold sticks and don't score goals. That's right, Palenko. Thank you. The game against the Lightning, the one a lot of Habs fans, I always say not Palenko, but a lot of Habs fans complained about. It's like, you guys are up 2-0. The refs aren't playing goalie. That was, to me, that's a choke lead. I mean, you choke the way you lead, and you were at home. Did the refs make bad calls? Oh, yeah, they made bad calls. But we don't blame if you have to blame a game on a ref, what did your team do wrong? Why was it so close to begin with? So bad calls definitely happened, and there was a lot of bad calls in that series against both teams. Braden Point got hit in the face and was bleeding. There was never a call. I mean, there's bad calls, but I don't blame it on that. The Lightning got outplayed in that series, period. Got outplayed. 3 minutes left on Montreal's major, 33 seconds left in the period. Buffalo just survived. Even though the third period will start with a Montreal power play, the momentum of the power play gets killed when the period ends, which will be in 20 seconds if Buffalo can survive this. Hudson with the puck. He's going to take a shot. One-timer. Broken stick. Buffalo clears it out. Man United. Oh, yeah, so you're not an NYCFC. Michael, do you even watch MLS? I never hear you talk about it, so I'm not sure. Mascot is their nickname. Wow, I didn't know that either. The Champions League, you guys are all answering each other. I'm going to catch up with you guys. Bruin, be right back. See that. All right, let me see if I can get the Yankee game in now. End of the second period, 2-2. Are we going to be Johnny in the overtimes again? Every game I do goes to overtime. It's crazy. It seems that way anyway. I agree. Yankees are up 6-2 in the top of the ninth. We're at the top of the ninth. Paul Goldschmidt is up. Well, somebody's on first base. I haven't seen it yet. So Yankees up 6-2. We finally going to win a game. We lost the last 4 games in a row, and 3 of those 4 we lost by 1 run. Goldschmidt's up, who is going to the Hall of Fame. That is, you are nailed. Who tried to steal that base? Who was that? He was out by a mile. Why did they take Aaron Boone going to take a look at this? I mean, the second baseman was holding the ball waiting for him. Oh, maybe he did get under me. I'll take that back. Hold on. He was out. How do we go from Henrik Lundqvist to now Igor? These are 2 generational goalies, and you're telling me we're not going to get a ring with either one of them? Come on. Right? Come on. Leeds United. All right. Premier League is boring. It does not change that much despite relegation. Yep, that's true. The playoffs, no playoffs is a bit of a turnoff to me. The Wanderers, a.k.a. the Wolves. Okay. You guys are answering each other there. Brewers beating the – oh, Seth, you're an OKC fan. I know you like Philly teams also. I was about to get on you about the Knicks. Where's Slumby, by the way? Slumby's a Philly fan. Slumby was telling me about the Sixers after they just beat Boston being down 3-1. The Knicks had 4 home games, Seth. 4 home games. What playoff team gets 4 home games? We did. Brewers beating the Padres, and Seth, another cellar dweller accounted for. Man United. All right. All right, let's go. War of the Roses. Oh, that was a great movie. Aaron Judge up. Yankees up 6-2. We are in between periods right now. So we are doing a Yankee in between period. 6-2 Yankees, top of the ninth in Baltimore. So Baltimore will get last ups. Aaron Judge is up. Kowser, Mayo, and Jackson coming up to bat for the Orioles in the bottom of the ninth. Ooh, strike 2 on Judge. That was a nasty curveball. I'm supposed to hate him, but I don't. All right, Barinari, very good. Go Dodgers. Well, the Dodgers are having a rough time right now, Seth. Ohtani's batting like 111 and 111 this month. Ohtani's batting 111 this month. I tell you what, Ohtani, and I like him. He's a phenomenal player, best player in the game. When Aaron Judge has like a 3-strikeout game, it's all over the media, all over the news, all over everything. When Ohtani's batting 111, everybody gives him a pass. It's a pass. Nobody gets on him. Judge gets ridiculed for everything he does or doesn't do. Ohtani gets a pass. It's weird, Seth. Isn't that weird? It's weird to me. KD gets ridiculed for leaving the Thunder to go to the Warriors, gets 2 rings there, and people say, well, they're cheap rings because he joined a championship-ready team. Ohtani leaves the Angels, goes to the Dodgers, and gets celebrated for doing the same exact thing KD did. It's just weird to me, that's all. It's just weird. I've mentioned that in here before. Why is that? Why does he get a pass? He did the same thing Kevin Durant did. Went to a loaded team, and he gets celebrated for doing it. KD gets trashed for doing the same. They did the same thing. They left teams they couldn't win with, and they chased rings with a loaded team. That being said, Ohtani's the best player in the game. I'm just throwing that out there. My friend Dennis Belfast with Man United because he's a Man United fanatic. Wow, he moved there because of that? Wow. Yeah, that's what we prefer here too. And it took me a little while to realize that the finals in footy is the playoffs. I'm like, how are 8 teams in the finals? That's weird. Because here, the finals is Stanley Cup finals, NBA finals. You know, that's the final 2 teams. So that took me a minute way back to adjust to that. City is owned by Man City. All right. Playoffs are. It makes you prove that you have to be number 1. It makes you prove it. Oh, Ben Rice just smacked that into the right fielder's glove. I was a little off on that. It looked like a home run when he first hit it. So it didn't even make the warning track. That was a bad call by me. Smacked that right into the right fielder's glove. Yeah. Oh, Caleb. Yeah. Caleb is also another one of our young dwellers. He's like in his mid-20s. Oh, I was thinking of the Michael Douglas movie, Michael, The War of the Roses with Danny DeVito. Now, listen, that was a great movie, Michael. I know you've seen it. When I saw War of the Roses, I'm like, where did that come from? That's an old, great movie. We're in the basement. That's why these things happen. Yeah, right. We grew up with it way back. Amen. That's why I prefer it. Because to me, you have to prove it. You have to prove why you're number 1. You don't just get to skate through. And I already gave you the example why I think that way, and that's what we grew up with. So, boom. Habs Absolute Hockey. Go Habs, go. That's okay. You can go for the Habs in here. That's fine, man. All good. Subscribe, hit the bell notice. You can go for the Montreal in here. You have Palinko. Palinko is here. Palinko is also a Habs fan. He's in here every game, so that's fine. Now that our soccer ambassador Angus would know because he know. I don't watch all the leagues. I watch enough sports. MLS is my favorite. I know it's not the greatest league in the world, but they're moving up. It's no longer the retirement league either. We got a lot of great young players. So, but that's the one I watch the most, MLS. Yes, Sports Illustrated Stadium, home of the Red Bulls. Home of the Red Bulls, Sports Illustrated Stadium. Yes. We've made the playoff up until this past season. We made the playoffs, I think, for 16 straight years and won 0 finals. Sound like a New York team? I don't know why they're not called New Jersey Red Bulls. Yes, the Red Bulls. That is my favorite team. My Thunder is the only team to win a champion. You're an Eagles fan. They won championships. Seth, you're a Dodgers fan, an Eagles fan, and a Thunder fan. So all 3. That's where you have got some championship teams. Seth, how did you become an Eagles, Dodgers, and Thunder fan? How long have you been a Thunder fan, Seth? Eagles fan, Dodgers fan, Thunder fan. Who's your hockey team? You Flyers? I never realized, Seth, until I just looked at that. Championship. So how is the Thunder the only team to win a championship? You Eagles and Dodgers have won also. Seth, you got to explain that one. You lost me on that. It's always in good fun in here. Absolutely. Always in good fun, but some people take it way too serious. It's just a game. Speaking of that, the Yankees better close this out. We're still on intermission here, guys. 6-2 Yankees right now. We'll get to the third period, which is still tied 2-2. Yeah, that's true too, Angus. Very true. Very true. Not if they play. If they play Detroit, no. Detroit will have home court. If they play Cleveland, the Knicks will have home court. So it's not like playing the 76ers where we had home court the entire series. And for those that don't know basketball, the New York Knicks fans invaded Philadelphia Stadium to where their own players were getting booed. Their own players were getting booed in their own home stadium. That's not a joke. That is very true. Their players were at the foul line taking shots in their home court, and they were getting booed left and right. So we had 4 home games. Long time. Okay, Seth. Very good, man. The Thunder traded away Paul George to get Shea, who was on the Clippers in 2018, 2017, 2018, something like that. 2018, 2019. Traded away Paul George, who ended up going to what was supposed to be the team, right? Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden. And Kawhi is the only one left. They never won anything. Max Fried going tomorrow. Max Fried is a 2.91 ERA. Man, he's mowing them down. And Cam Schlittler has a 1.9 ERA. Man, and we don't even have Cole back yet. The Yankees pitching has been great. I say that after I just mentioned they had a 4-game losing streak. Losing by 1. Ryan Weathers had a no-hitter to the 7th inning, and we lose 3-2. It's incredible. The bullpen blew that. Still Red Bull Arena to me, right? City Park. I still call MetLife Stadium Giant Stadium. I still call it Giant Stadium. I get it. I get what you're saying, Angus. I still call it Giant Stadium. It's still Red Bull's Arena. That's why I paused for a minute and said, oh, yeah, Sports Illustrated Stadium. When I lived in Tampa, I keep forgetting what Tampa's new name is because I don't live there anymore, but I still call it Amalie Arena. Flyers. Flyers. That was a rough weekend for Philly sports, Seth. I felt bad for Philadelphia fans with the Flyers get swept at home on Saturday and the Sixers got swept at home on Sunday. That's really rough. But I know you're not a Sixers fan, so you don't care about that part. But the Flyers had a big turnaround. Rick Tocchet, great head coach, great pickup. What a turnaround for the Flyers. They were predicted to finish last and made it to the second round of the playoffs, man. Carolina is the forgotten team in the playoffs. They're the forgotten team. Everybody talks about all the other teams. They forget about Carolina. Rod Brindamore has been the head coach there for 8 years. They're constantly a Stanley Cup threat. They need to get over the hump and get into that. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I can't believe they didn't continue with that name way back. Sounds like a different type of movie name. Wow. I don't know if that name could ever be topped. Yes. Nasty, the boy. War of the Roses. Yes, that's what I was saying. Danny DeVito, right. That one of the greatest movies. That was such a hilarious movie. All right, we got 2 outs. Jeremiah Jackson up. Shouldn't be the last out for the Orioles. And we can get back over to the Canadians. And Sabres tied at 2. David Bednar about to close this out. Wow. Interesting names. Fitzroy, Gorillas before. Yes, I knew that one. That one I knew because I've done my Brisbane Lions homework. With the Fitzroy Lions, Brisbane Bears, they combined in 1996, and the VFL became the AFL in 1990, I believe, if I'm doing this right. That's a name like we can do a lot with that name. We just won't do it in here. For the Shells. Seth got the Golden Knights winning this. Wow. Vegas Knights winning the cup. That Jeremiah Jackson flies out to Aaron Judge, and the Yankees snap their 4-game losing streak. They win 6-2. We will go back to the hockey game. We can check in on the Mets for a minute, too. I'll check in on the Mets. Mark Stone is out for Game 5 tonight. Also missed Game 4. Sentimentally, I was going for the Ducks because of Chris Kreider, but, I'm not, that big on it. I'd like to see Kreider get a ring, but I would rather have seen him get it where he should have got it with the Rangers. So, let me take – still intermission here, guys. Let me check in on the Miracle Mets. See what they're doing with their 15-25 record. There are too many injuries. Boy, there's a lot of bad baseball going on right now with a lot of teams. Never won a flag as the Lions. Marooned for and they won a few. 2000, 2001, 01, 02, 03. Made it in 04, lost then won again all the way in 2025 and 2024 and 25. So, yes, the Quebec Nordiques, Caleb, never won a title. They moved to become the Colorado Avalanche. They win a few titles. The Cleveland Browns never won a Super Bowl. They become the Baltimore Ravens and Barinari. Win rings. It's weird how that happens. Wow, the Mets are beating the Tigers 6-2. We're about to get started, though, with the third period. So I won't worry about the Mets right now. Andre Julius Randle. He was the big reason why. I mean, Julius Randle, I don't know why Knicks fans, a lot of Knicks fans didn't like him. Like, the Knicks didn't make the playoffs till Tibbs and Randle came around. Remember, they were playing Randle as the point most of the time. I like Julius Randle. I mean, giving him up to get Cat, I'll do that any day of the week. He and DiVincenzo, right, to get Cat. So, about to start third period. Let me get this caught up. Tied 2-2. If we go to overtime, that would be insane because every time I do a game, it seems like we go to overtime. Good one, Caleb. The Vegas Whitecaps. I know it's like the Utah Jazz, Angus. New Orleans Jazz basketball moved to Utah, and Utah kept the name Jazz because everybody associates the state of Utah with jazz music, right? Why did they keep that name? It's very bizarre. I knew that too. And not because I studied it. You or Bon or Tony told me that one way back. One of you three told me that. The A's. The A's are going to be there now. The A's are just the A's. I don't know why. Oakland should be ashamed of themselves for getting rid of that franchise and dismantling such a great historic franchise like they did. Absolutely insane. Insane. But yes, they will have the A's there soon enough, who are playing in like a minor league ballpark right now, which is really crazy. Yeah, poor Quebec. Patrick Waugh, Adam Foote, Claude Lemieux, Forsberg, Sakic. What a team. What a team. What a team. I'll tell you right now. Third period about to start. It's halftime. Spurs are up 59-47 at the half. 59-47 at the half, Tony. I'll check in on that occasionally as well. Yep, that's when they moved to Vegas. Before the A's arrived. What a disgrace they did to the A's. 44, just check my phone. There you go, Bernard. That's being real in the basement. When we check something out, we say it. Hey, man, I had to Google that. That's good. All right. Getting OG back is going to be huge for the Knicks. Yes, that's why we want Detroit and Cleveland to go 7. I don't care which team we face. We're going to beat either one of them. So I want it to go 7 so OG can be fully rested. Amen. Amen. I know, Stella. You can. All right, guys. I'll be right back. It's about to come back on. Be right back. Boom. Oh, now boom. All right, we're back. We're back. It's just underway in the third period. Minute 14 left on Montreal's power play, which carried over from the second period. 2-2. Yes, Andre, getting OG back will be huge for the Knicks. They need Cleveland and Detroit to go 7 games so he can get all the rest he needs with that hamstring. That's right. They kept the name Lakers. That's right. They sure did, Tony. Very good. From Milwaukee, right? So now the Phoenix Coyotes moved to Utah. They're the Utah Mammoth. That makes a little bit more sense than keeping like a coyote. But Utah Jazz was weird. I don't know why they kept that name. Jazz has nothing to do with the state of Utah at all. Save UPL. Oh, now he went behind the net. 55 seconds left on Montreal's power play. Come on, Buffalo. Schnazzy, Michael, and myself are all Ranger fans, and we are on the Buffalo bandwagon because our team's been out of the playoffs since like November. The Habs giving up Patrick Waugh, who to me, second greatest goalie of all time next to Martin Brodeur. Like, he's a 4-time champion. And how did Montreal get rid of him? They haven't won since 93. Montreal last win was in 1993, and you let Patrick Waugh walk. I never understood that. Or you traded him. I don't get that. How do you unbelievable. Absolutely not. Caleb, you are right. They would have never traded him. I do not understand. I don't understand that at all. Right. I want the Pistons paid back because they're like, oh, no, hold on. Oh, missed the pass, went back. Now they got to reset. Went over the blue line so don't get offsides. Reset at center ice, dumps it back in, and they're changing lines. The Pistons have been hell-bent on beating the Knicks since they lost the first round last year to the Knicks. They smashed the Knicks in the regular season. They're like hell-bent on playing. I almost want the Pistons so we can just beat them. And they can realize that the playoffs is a different story than the regular season. But, yes, I know what you're saying, Schnazzy, because the Cleveland's not beating us. I don't see that either. Yep. That's the best case, and I want it to go 7. I really don't care who wins, but I get what you're saying, Snazzy. Fitzroy became the Lions at 57 and became the Brisbane Lions in 1996. That is 100% correct, unless I'm wrong. Pretty sure I'm right, though. Tage Thompson, 4 goals in the playoffs. He has 40 in the regular season. Tage Thompson's a great young player. Now, this is all new for these guys. It's all new. They're UPL, wide of the net, wide of the net. 23 shots for Montreal, 17 for Buffalo, but tied 2-2 with 16:20 left in the third. Charlotte Hornets, another one, yes. Took back their history from the Ravens, so that's why. Remember the Charlotte Bobcats? Remember the Bobcats? That was a short-lived team. It's kind of like the Atlanta Thrashers in hockey, went right down, became the Winnipeg Jets. I think Chris Chelios would like to forget his time on the Atlanta Thrashers. He probably would have rather retired than to be on that team. That team was terrible. Then they had Danny Heatley. Anybody remember? That's throwing a name out there. Anybody remember Danny Heatley? He had that horrible thing with the drinking and driving and got in an accident. I think his friend died in the car. It was really bad. Ruined what could have been a great career. Shot on net. Saved by Dobish. Didn't know that one way back. You got me there. Did not know that one. I would never go toe-to-toe with you guys on footy history. I only been reading up on my Brisbane Lions history, which I've shown you guys the book a million times. And how do you know? Because I have it right here. I have it right there. History of the Brisbane Lions. I have it. I read up on my stuff. That being said, I didn't know that one, though, that you just told me. Didn't know that one. Buffalo on the power play for 2 minutes. Get a goal. Johnny Obvious speaking. Dude, you're not going to get a goal shooting right at the goalie. Yeah, the city of New Orleans. Like, how did Utah, and they've kept the name forever. Like, when you think of Utah, you think of Mormons. That's like their, Utah is their state. You don't think of Jazz. It's weird. I've driven a truck through Utah. It's a beautiful state, but there's not a whole lot going on there outside of Salt Lake City. The Pelicans, one of the worst names in sports. The Ducks, the Pelicans. Pelicans. I mean, it's suitable for New Orleans. There's a lot of Pelicans there, but it's just a weird name for a grown man's team, the Pelicans. You said like the Anaheim Ducks. It was a movie. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Buffalo goal. Let's go. Buffalo goal. Let's go. Probably the ref's fault. Buffalo goal. Let's go. 3-2. Power play goal. Let's go. Yeah, the Jazz, it's so weird, paranoid. I was thinking the same thing. I can't believe they play in a Little Caesars, right? Schnazzy, I'll tell you the worst name ever for an arena. It was in Tampa. And it was for music. It wasn't a sports venue. It was more for music. It was Ford Field. Ford Field was a decent name. And then it went to a lawyer thing, like you see on the TV, not Morgan & Morgan. Like, it was a 1-800-ASK-GARY, the 1-800-ASK-GARY Amphitheater. It's not that anymore, but that's what it was, 1-800-ASK-GARY Amphitheater. Those are one of the worst names I've ever heard for any type of theaters, sports arena, anything. It was for music. It was for concerts. Ford Field was fine, but the 1-800-ASK-GARY Amphitheater, you can look it up. That was like the worst name I've ever heard. Bernard, you have lived up to what I said about you writing novels. Gerdini, OG Gerdini was just like you, man. You give me short stories to read, and I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys do a lot of typing. In the Brisbane Lions in 96 season, the Brisbane Bears, Fitzroy Lions in 96. I have a Brisbane Bears hat, by the way. I've worn it on here. I watched the game in Footscray, Lions versus Sydney Swans, Brisbane Lions. Brisbane Lions played in the AFL in 1997, but it was formed in the year 1996. Port Adelaide Power debuted in 1997. Also, Port Adelaide Power's first AFL match was versus Collingwood. Bernard, you never cease to amaze with your knowledge and your typing skills. I always appreciate it, man. I'm just breaking your chops. 14 minutes left in the third period. Buffalo up 3-2. This is huge, huge, huge. Buffalo has to hold on. Johnny Obvious has made an appearance again. I think the Adelaide Crows first played against Hawthorn in the year 1981. Okay, 91. Bruin is back. Bruin, you've probably been back for 20 minutes. I'm so far behind. Not 81. That was a slip. That's all right, Bernard. You're in the basement. That's why that happens. You don't get any lower than that. Imagine the NFL. Oh, please. New York Patriots, Miami Seahawks, Chicago. Oh, my gosh, Angus. The Chicago Packers. Wow. Oh, my gosh. The Bears would have a big problem. That was a huge rivalry, the Bears and the Packers. Montreal in Buffalo zone, taking shots, moving the puck around. See, Gunner's not here right now. I think Gunner might be in the background because he is glued to this TV. That's how I was with the Knicks in the second round. Like, there were some nights I wanted to come out, but I was so, like, engrossed in the game that I was like, man. But like I said, I will do the Eastern Conference Finals for sure, Schnazzy. I will be on that for sure. Come on, Buffalo. We're at mid-ice. Don't do stupid penalties. That was almost a penalty. Well, Palenko, since GB, who has named me Johnny in the overtimes, I have a habit of doing overtime games a lot. Oh, that's another. Oh, how did he miss? How did he miss that? Oh, come on. I got to see the replay of that. How did he miss that? Or did Dobish save that? How did he miss that? I got to see it again. He might have saved it. I don't know. That looked like an easy one-timer goal. Look at that pass. Not that one. Why are they showing that? That was the goal. I want to see the missed one right there. Now, there it is. No, Dobish saved that. I'll take that back. He saved it. So, Palenko, if you want me to give you any comfort, I usually end up doing overtime games. I don't like doing overtime games all the time because I have a routine bedtime. I'm an older guy. But it seems that the games I do go to overtime more times than not. The guys that have been with me a long time can tell you this is true. So take that as you will. I hope it doesn't happen tonight. A, because I want Buffalo to win, and B, because I don't want to do overtime. That's just, I've always been that way. These guys know it, and I don't lie about it. Crows first game against the Hawks, and the Hawks won the league that year. All right. Wow, okay. I didn't know that either. A lot of footy history here. If any New York City pizzerias named the place where the Knicks and Rangers played, that'd still be more acceptable. Right? I agree, Schnazzy. I agree. 100%. Oh, that's awesome. Way back. Captain of the Brisbane Bears, 94-97. That is awesome, man. Good stuff. Wow, that's cool, actually. Did you get any Guernseys or any good stuff, even though you're a Hawks fan? Really? I didn't know that either. Wow, I'm learning a lot of stuff today. Fun fact, 91 grand final wasn't at the MCG. It was. When is the GABA being isn't the GABA getting knocked down? What is it, next year or the year after? When is that happening? Look at me, diehard Lions fan, right? I don't even know. You did just come back. Okay, Bruin. I think you'd probably been back. You probably been back, left, came back before I even knew that you came back and left again. Yeah, Snazzy, it's incredible. I'm going to have, hey, we did it with Gardini, Snazzy. We did it with Gardini. Gardini, remember he came on here with me and Lou. I'll start doing it. Other people have asked me that too. I'll start doing that with you guys, man. I'll do an occasional dweller night again. I should bring that back, Snazzy. Thanks for bringing that up. I should do that. You know, you guys come on for Gardini did it. He did a great job, man. There's no pressure on here. Just be yourself. That's all you got to be on here. Just be yourself. Gardini did that with Lou and I a couple years ago. It was good. Good time. So I should have dweller night again. I should do that. So good stuff, Snazzy. I will you're in the Discord. We'll start looking into doing things like that, man. It is fun. I appreciate all you guys, man. So we could do a dweller night. So just remind me about that because you guys know I get off and I forget about everything. So you guys got to bring that up in the Discord, Snazzy. And anybody else, Gunner, you guys, whatever. You want to come on for a game? Come on to BS, whatever. We can do that. True. What great result it was. Oh, it's the sponsor? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Wow. There you go, guys. I mean, guys, way back, Veronari knows all about that. Montreal steals the puck, going back up ice. He's going to take a shot. I saw it coming. UPL with the save. Good save. Let's go. 11:52 left in the third. Let's go. Michael Voss, I know that name, yes, was the captain of Brisbane Bears. I think he quit as Carlton coach. Still a great man. And he just quit Carlton, right? Yeah, he just quit. Yep. I've been hearing that name a lot. Brad Boy is talented. Andre also is on the bandwagon, guys. Andre is a Lightning fan, and I love him for it. I love him for picking a team. You didn't have to go with the Rangers. You went with the Lightning. That's great, Andre. Good stuff. Lightning is my 1A, as everybody knows. The go. Hold on, Andre. Hold on. Andre is like Michael and Schnazzy and myself, who are all in the Buffalo bandwagon. Come on, man. Get that puck. Move it up. Come on, Taze. Let's go. Buffalo on the counter, dumps it in. They're behind the net right now. Let's go. That lasted real long. Let's get it done. That was a good one, Bruin. Bruin, you can come on too, man. We should start having dweller nights. The fruit plate. Lockport used to be on me about that fruit plate all the time. I'd have to do it and not wear one of my jerseys because, as Rock will tell you, I'm very sloppy. I spilled things. I'm not even trying to. It just happens. I was never clumsy on my truck, man. My truck, everything was perfect. At home, I'm a disaster. Stella knows it too. We will bring, yes, Angus. We should do some World Cup soccer. Angus would be perfect for that. Angus would be perfect to come on for doing if he wants to. A couple World Cup games. Sure. Try to get Lou on here too. So, Lou's always game to come on. So, yeah, Angus is great with the soccer. We'll figure it all out, guys. Where's Slumby tonight? Is Slumby upset about his Philadelphia 76ers? He said they were going to challenge the Knicks. Now, they did challenge him, to be fair, in a couple of games. But not in the last one, 144 to 114. Where is Slumby? Come on, Slumby. You got to come in here and take your lumps. Take your lumps. I'm a Jets fan. I take plenty. He said they would give New York a challenge. We had 4 home games. didn't captain the Brisbane Bears. All right. Well, it looks like Baranari and Wayback are at a crossroads here on that one. Exactly halfway through the third period, 10 minutes left. Montreal has been in Buffalo zone 13 and a half minutes, where Buffalo has only been in the offensive zone for 7 minutes and 56 seconds, to be exact, for those being technical. Just under 10 minutes. Buffalo needs an insurance goal, meaning go up by another one. Give us two. Give us some room so you can give up one and still be up. Alistair Lynch, who was Fitzroy Lions playing earlier and traded Brisbane Bears. That was ironic. Man, Baranari, you need to be in here more often. There's plenty of Aussies here. Hey, there's Gunner's favorite player. I say this every time. Jack Eichel. Every time they show the Vegas Knights, they show Jack Eichel. Gunner's favorite player of all time, Jack Eichel. They always show him when they highlight the Vegas Knights are coming on. And I always shout out, Gunner, your favorite player is right there. Right there. For those that don't know, Jack Eichel was a great player on the Buffalo Sabres, up and coming, and then he whole lot of reasons left the Sabres. He was injured. They had injury problems, contract problems, just a whole big mess. But anyway, he left, and Gunner has hated on him ever since. That's why I mention that all the time. So there's that. Oops. If the Knicks make the finals, yeah, you got it, Schnazzy. 100%. 100%, Schnazzy. You got it. They make the finals, you are in. You're in anyway. But yeah, you're in. You got it, Schnazzy. And you're a Lindenhurst guy, man. You go up 20 minutes from where I lived, if that. In the Lindenhurst. I've been to Babylon train station a gazillion times. So, yeah, we're from the same areas, man. So, all good. Michael Voss was the captain of the Brisbane Lions from 97 to 2006. Oh! And let's just backtrack now. I'm stirring the pot. I'm stirring the pot with the Aussies. I'm stirring the pot. Baranari says Michael Voss was the captain of the Brisbane Lions. We're at commercial break, by the way, guys. 97-06. And let me backtrack a little bit. And Wayback says he never captained the Brisbane. What do we got going on here? There's a key word in here, though. It's captain of the Brisbane Lions from 97 to 06. Now, Wayback says he didn't captain the Brisbane Bears. Now, there is a difference. The Brisbane Bears and the Brisbane Lions were two different teams at two different times and two different eras. No, well, same decade. I was just on a roll. I just let that roll. I let that roll because it sounded good. The last part of what I said is a lie. It wasn't different eras. It was the same decade that they changed from the Bears to the Lions. So what do we got going on here? True, I was wrong with that. Thanks, Wayback. Voss never captained. Oh, there's the answer right there. Thanks, Wayback. Voss never captained the Brisbane Bears. Sorry. We have an admittance. Now, Wayback knew more on that one. Look at that. Basement rules still rolling. I love stirring the pot between guys. Get it out of your own zone, Buffalo. 9 minutes left in the game. 9 minutes left in the game. Buffalo has a 1-goal lead. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. I love it. Caulfield has 1 goal, 5 shots on goal, and 9 shot attempts. The shot attempt is the dumbest stat that they have. That's just showing they just have to have stats for everything. A shot attempt just means that he shot towards the net and missed it entirely. Missed it entirely. How is that a shot attempt? It didn't land on goal. It should be how many goals did he score and shots on goal, meaning it either hit the post, the goalie saved it. That's a shot on goal. A shot attempt means, well, what makes it a shot attempt? The shot toward the goal and you missed it completely. It means you didn't go anywhere near the goal or the goalie. It shouldn't even be counted as a shot attempt. They have a lot of dumb stats in sports. I'm sorry. I don't like that one. Oh, no. Montreal shot up. UPL save. Montreal just skating circles around the Buffalo defenseman. Here we go, guys. Michael and Schnazzy. I feel like we're watching the Rangers right now. 21 blocked shots as a team by Buffalo. That means 21 blocked shots means block shots, for those that don't know, by anybody on the team but the goalie. Those are regular players throwing their bodies in front of that puck. This thing is not light. This is not light. And this coming at you 97 miles an hour, knock your teeth right out. It would be great, Angus. I think it would be great. You're the soccer ambassador, and you know way more about it than I do. And I watch a lot of soccer, and you know way more than I. I think it would be great. So, yes, we're going to have certain dweller nights again. We will bring that back. Like I said, it's easy to be on here. You just talk. You just talk about anything. We just do what we do here. You're talking instead of typing, as Schnazzy put it. It'd be fun. Oh, how is that not offsides? And I'm not saying it because Canadians did it. I've been saying it when Buffalo does it. I mean, these guys look clearly over the line, and the guy with the puck isn't even at the blue line yet. Like right there. Montreal has 15 straight shot attempts. Definition, they've missed the net 15 times. That's the definition of that. Montreal has 15 straight missing of the net shots. Completely missed the net. That's what shot attempts mean for new hockey fans. That's how they really should word it. Shot attempts sounds cool. Wow, they had 15 shot attempts in a row. No, they had missed the net 15 times in a row. That's what that means. Doesn't sound as cool, right? Montreal has missed the net 15 times in a row. No, they're shot attempts. They've attempted to score 15 times but missed everything entirely. Just saying. Just saying. Co-captains. .649 left in the game. Montreal has 66 shot attempts total for the game, so they missed the net 66 times, and Buffalo's missed the net 40 times. So very bad shots, if I do say so myself. Montreal is living, full campsite. The tents are up. The dogs are out. They got the coolers, the beers, the dogs, the barbecue, inviting the families. That's how long Montreal has been in Buffalo's zone. Goodness gracious. Finally, we get it out of there. 6:16 left in the period. I'm counting every second. How is that not offsides on Buffalo? My goodness. Schnazzy, must be us, because I have no idea how we're seeing things that I just don't know. Fight for the puck in Buffalo's zone. There's 2 Montreal players and 4 Buffalo Sabres, and Montreal somehow has the puck. Very strange. Again, Rangers hockey. I mean, come on, guys. Let's get a freaking insurance goal here. Old Roger Merritt, Bears, 96. And if anyone cares, I found out that he's a distant relative. Just because you said that, I'm going to read it. Zach Merritt, Roger also played for the Bombers before he went to Brisbane. Don't be sorry, mate. It's all good. That's right. He's in the base. Bellinari is, like I said, he comments like you see the stories he leaves on here. That's what he leaves for me on the. But I love it because they're chock full of information, man. They really are. Montreal coming up just under 5 minutes left in the third period. Get it out of there. There's 5 of you players down there. Let's go. Roger Merritt, because he was an important part of the Brisbane Bears team. Boom. Now, see, that I'm writing down. Roger, Merrett. As a matter of fact, I'm writing it in the book. I'm writing it in here because then I'll definitely see it. Roger Merritt. Got it. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go. Boom. Look at that. The phrase just brought Stella right out, Andre. Slavaski. He's the one that's getting laid out by the Lightning all the time. Brandon Hagel beat him up. And then he got laid out on the ice with a big hit. Slavaski's a big dude. I guess he tried pushing his weight around. He's getting laid out quite a bit. Just saying. Going to commercial. Going to commercial. I'm going to check on the just quickly. Let's see what the score is of the Minnesota game. Oh, wow. 3:50 left in the third quarter. The Spurs are up 76-67. That's a tight game right now. That's a tight game. I'm going to flip over to that just for a hot second. Look at Randall is bodying Wemby. I'm going back to the game. I don't want to get caught up because I'll start watching the basketball and forget about the hockey for a minute. Hey, Andre, you can get it out of the system all you want. It's Patrick Ewing, Brunson. Oh, and what's that? Gold medal. I told you I'd keep that up, Andre. I'm keeping that up every time I come on. That's staying up regardless of the sport we're doing. That's right. Critical, then correct. That's right. I like that. You know what? I like that one. Hold on. Where are you, Angus? I'm going to catch up. I always say I'm going to catch up. Sorry, guys. You guys know. Oh, there it is, Angus. I'm pinning that one. I like that. Very good. Brad Boyd, Jared Malloy. I will. Barinari, are you in the Discord with us? You need to get in the Discord, man. Let me drop that link in here, Barinari. You got to get in the Discord, man. You'd be talking with these guys forever. Now, come on. There it is. Barinari. I'm dropping the Discord link at the bottom here. Join the Discord. You need to be in there, Barinari. I will check them out. So happy I don't have to go to Babylon to get pen. Oh, my gosh. Snazzy, in my drinking days, yes, we get on about. And the best thing about Babylon, for you living in Lindenhurst, Snazzy, the best thing about Babylon is if you took the late train home from MSG, you end up in Babylon's the last stop at night. The last stop. So worst case, what? You got to hop in a Lindy's taxi or something and go right back to Lindenhurst. I mean, that's one town over. That's right, Snazzy. Oh, I remember those days. Oh, going to Rangers, Knicks, even coming back from the Yankees or a Met game. You're going to end up in Babylon, which was my stop anyway. But, I mean, if you overslept your stop, big deal. You overslept it by one stop. Whoop-de-doo. Good memories there, Snazzy. Thank you. Good memories. The Babylon train station had a ton of dive bars around it, too. Oh, my gosh. A ton, Snazzy, of dive bars around Babylon train station. Real dives. Real, like, bottom-of-the-barrel bars. The third rail, I think, was – I don't even know if it's called that anymore. The third rail. Cornerstone was another one. The Cornerstone was bad. 3 minutes. There was always fights everywhere. It would roll into the parking lot at the train station. Here comes Buffalo. Come on. Shoot it. Oh, did Dobish save that? Oh, he's made a couple of great saves. 2:45 left in the third period. Oh, my gosh. Because eventually they're going to have to pull Dobish, man. Eventually they're going to have to pull him. Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh. Yeah. Definitely look forward then. I am going to be a little busy. There might be a couple finals games I'm trying not to miss, but the beginning of June, end of May is going to be a busy time for me with other things. We'll make it work. I'm just realizing how the first Super Bowl I watched, where I understood the rules, I watched in no other place in the basement back in 20. Wow, Schnazzy, see you. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Meant to be. Who knew they'd be part of the basement in the future? 2:35 left in the third. Montreal has to pull Dobich, but they can't because Buffalo's keeping it in their zone. They can't pull their goalie. That's right, Buffalo, keep it down there. Andre, remember, if they pull the goalie, they can pull the goalie so they get an extra attacker on the ice. It seems like it wouldn't make sense. Why would you leave your goal open? But it's basically the teams conceding that they're not going to win if they don't pull their goalie. So to get that extra man, they just replace the goalie with an extra attacker, which works out more than it doesn't. You just can't let the other team. Now Dobich has been pulled, Andre. And that's why they do it. They're conceding that they can't win the game, and they're going to take their chances to tie the game. So the extra attacker is more important now than having a goalie in. UPL saved that in minute 39. Buffalo tries to clear it. Minute 34. Here comes Montreal again. Another shot. UPL save. Montreal has 6 players on the ice to Buffalo's 5, so it's kind of like a power play, a lot of chaos. Caulfield deflected into the stands. Right, amen, that's right. Schnaz, you guys know the rules. Yeah, listen, Gardini came on. Do you remember? I don't know if you were in here or not, but these guys, Gardini came on. He was excellent. And again, it's no pressure. You're just coming on and BSing about sports. That's all it is. That's all I do. I don't come on here with a game plan. I come on here and just talk about sports. That's what we do. Yes, Mike will be in here. And Angus. Having Angus on is incredible. He is a soccer ambassador. That's why I call him that. Yep, we'll be doing that. Shot attempts mean nothing. That's what it means. You missed the net 15 times in a row. They said Montreal had 15 shot attempts. So Andre, being new to hockey, being a new hockey fanatic, it just means they missed the net 15 times. It's a nice way of saying they missed the net entirely. It is a dumb stat. Baseball is loaded with dumb stats, by the way, Schnazzy. Baseball has stats. I don't even know what they are. Keith Hernandez, a couple of years ago, while they have a break here, and just briefly, Schnazzy, Keith Hernandez, whoever they were playing, they hit a key home run against the Mets. And Gary Cohn's like, hey, in these stadiums, there's a lot of announcers do now. Hey, in these stadiums, that wouldn't even been a home run. And Keith's like, I don't care where else it wouldn't have been a home run. It was a home run here. That's all that matters. I don't care if it wouldn't have been a home run in another stadium. He goes, why is that stat even around? Right. Why would we care about where it's not a home run? It was a home run here. I thought it was great. Yeah, I can do it. That's right. Amen. You nailed it. Shoot it. Let's talk to Buffalo, not Montreal. I want him to shoot it out of there. Get rid of it. Shoot it. Come on, get rid of it. How can you not get control of the puck? You were right there. Montreal, desperate to score. 55 seconds left in the game. Montreal shot on net. Save UPL. Schnazzy, Michael, what happens when the Rangers pull their goalie? We get scored on right away. I'm sorry, I'm knocking our team, but that's what we do. We pull our goalie, and the other team gets the puck immediately and scores. That's what it seems like, right? I mean, am I wrong? We pull Igor, and the other team takes the puck from us and scores. And we'll lose 2-0 instead of 1-0 because Igor will let up one goal and save the next 47 shots, and we still can't score for the guy. The Sabres win, and Johnny doesn't go to overtime. 2 unbelievable things happened today. Boom, 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 boom. Big game for UPL. Big game for UPL. Big game for UPL coming in, filling in for Lyon, who I don't give any of the blame to for the last couple of games. Hangs in there at the Bell Center on the road, ties the series up 2-2, going back to Buffalo. Wow. absolutely amazing. We're making the playoffs, Michael. We're gonna have we have the right coach, Mike Sullivan. We are going to make the playoffs. We got rid of some dead weight. We're going to make the playoffs and be a second-round casualty. That's my call. We cannot waste Igor. Jonathan Quick, I loved having him as the backup. His time was up. We got to get a quality. Who was the guy? Oh, Garand. How about giving this guy a chance? Why are they playing Jonathan Quick all the time like he wasn't 40 years old? Why are they playing him all the time? Every game? Why wasn't Garand getting all these chances? That was weird to me, Michael. Why were they not giving Garand all these chances? He's buried in the AHL on the Wolfpack. This is our top draft pick from a couple of years ago. It's supposed to be our future goalie, and he doesn't get all these reps when Igor was hurt for all that time. They're like, "Oh, Quick wanted to play." Of course, Quick wants to play. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Why would he not want to play? He's always going to tell you he's ready. And then if he's losing, he can't play back-to-back games at 40 years old. My goodness. But I think Garand now has earned the backup role. He should come in this season being the backup, and I think the Rangers are really – I like the young core of players we have. Will Cooley, I am a Will Cooley guy now. Matt Rempe, I wouldn't care if they got rid of Matt Rempe, guys. I know he's a fan favorite. He's a fan favorite for all the fights and all the rah-rah stuff he does. I would trade him. I told you guys when we traded Keandre Miller, that was a really dumb mistake, bad move. For Morrow, what did Morrow do? What did he do? Anybody remember Morrow? Probably not. Maybe Mike Sullivan didn't want Miller. He had a good year for the Canes. I thought he was too young a player for a defenseman to get rid of when our defense was not good. But I still say we're going to make the playoffs and get to the second round. Kind of ironic that our assistant coach, Dan Muse, goes to Pittsburgh and they make the playoffs. Just weird stuff. Anyway, guys, I did not see it this week, but I did see the last two, but I did not see this one this week. You know the pool. I do know the score, though. I do know the score, Code. It's okay. I know they won. You know the pool. Lindenhurst staring at it right now where I play basketball. Amazing, Shinazi. These are memories, man. Absolute memories. I sure do. I know exactly what you're talking about. You could even just hop back on the train because the time between the stops, like 80 seconds. That's right. But if it was 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, I don't know how quickly it went back that way. So you could hop in. I think it was Lindy's. I think it was Tracy Bosch at one. When I was growing up, it was Tracy Bosch. They had the big Lincolns. They had the big Lincoln Town Cars was their cab. And then they became Lindy's Taxi, and there was Sunset Taxi there too. I remember, Schnazi. I know all about it. Penn Station, yes. Penn to Babylon. I was on that a lot. No way the conductor can catch you. That's true. Because you're right. You're right. The train barely gets going, and you're in Lindenhurst. Lindenhurst, Copiague, Amityville, Massapequa Park. No, Massapequa Park, then Massapequa. Seaford after that? Whatever. You guys know. Now you're really making me go in. I'm about to close this up, guys. Of course, Baron, you need to be in there. As much as you love talking about footy, way back, Tony, all the guys, Code, they're all in there. Absolutely, Baronar. I'm glad you showed up so we could do that. That's okay. I see the T-Wolves right now. While I clean up when I clean up back here and in her aviary, it takes me a good 40 minutes. I'll be watching the rest of this fourth quarter while I'm doing that. The Spurs are up by 20 points right now. 20 points. It's all right, Code. You had me on, and that's good enough, man. No. The third rail was at Babylon train station. If you got off the train and walked toward, still in the train parking lot, if you walk toward Montauk, you didn't even have to get out to Deer Park Avenue. It was right there. It was called the third rail. It was such a dive. And the Cornerstone bar was here. You're getting off the train, coming down the steps. The Tracy Bosch, I think it's Lindy's taxi office is there. And then you had the Cornerstone bar, and you had the third rail right across. I mean, the worst dive bars you could ever be a part of. Like, those are the ones where people are drinking and, like, You walk in, it's like four people like, it was terrible. And those are really bad bars. The Flying Puck outside Penn Station, turn right a couple of blocks. Great hockey bar. Wow, the Flying Puck. Michael, this is some good stuff. Good stuff. We are reminiscent in here. That Super Bowl was the second sporting event. I've heard of the Flying Puck, Michael. I've just never been there. Super Bowl was the second ever sporting event I really cared about. The first Super Bowl I ever saw was Super Bowl 16, the 49ers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Montana versus Kenny Anderson. Ken Anderson. Eddie Brown was a wide receiver for them. James Brooks was their running back. Joe Montana had that famous pass to Dwight Clark in the end zone that they were in the conference championship game. Who was covering Dwight Clark? Everson Walls. So he threw that pass, and he said he was throwing it away. Dwight Clark happened to catch it. They moved on to a very young Joe Montana, moved on to the Super Bowl and beat Ken Anderson and the Cincinnati Bengals. That was the first Super Bowl I ever saw, Super Bowl 16. Schnazia's proto basement. Boom. There you go. Oh. The reason I am the way I am is because I grew up with a father that was a sports fanatic. I mean, I used to get pissed on Thanksgiving when I was a kid. It was a Bugs Bunny-like marathon. Back then, there wasn't marathons. I was the remote control. I turned the channel to what he wanted to watch. It was like, what? Turn to football? But I became a fanatic. Either you watch what he watched or you did something else. So I knew a lot. That's why I know a lot of these things. Not everything, but it's because of him. He taught me a lot watching those games. Plus minus the best stat in hockey. Yes, it is. And I believe, was it Matt Remke? One of them had like a negative 11 plus minus. A few of the Rangers actually had that. I like I said, they could trade Rempe, and I would be fine with that. I'd be completely fine with that. Sam Carrick, by the way, Michael and Schnazzi, did not like losing Sam Carrick. I thought he was the heart and soul, great fourth-line center. He's everything you want in a fourth-line center. I didn't want to see him go. But, I mean, that guy gave us all, like we were, if we were losing 5-0, he played like we were down 1-0. I always liked that guy. Palenko, good game. At least tonight was a real roller coaster this round. Yeah, the Lightning, that was crazy because the total, Palenko, if you're still here, 7 games, Montreal beat the total of the goals, beat the Lightning 16-15. Every game was a 1-goal game, win or lose. 16-15 was your total of the series in 7 games. You don't get any better than that. We could have a state called Homer on the Moon. Every single would end up being a homer there, right? Was that a great – and we looked like we were going to lose that one. I have the jersey from that, the Panarin one. Yes. A lot of those nice-looking great jerseys I get are from Rock. She hooks me up with that stuff. She hooks me up with some of these great-looking jerseys I got is from her. 93-78. This series is tied at 2. The Spurs. Oh, wow. That was a big 3. Was that Randall? Oh, no, that was Naz Reid. That was a big 3. Now it's 93-81. They were just down by 20, and they went on a 8-0 run. Anyway, guys, I'm about to go. What a game. That was a great game. Yes, and we came back and won that game. I remember that because we were looking really bad in that. Boom, 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 boom. Sabres win, Andre. Yes. Michael, yes. Gunner, the real diehard Buffalo fan. Michael, Andre, Schnazzy, and myself are bandwagoners right now. But Gunner, the true Buffalo Bills fan, Buffalo Sabres fan. Very happy for you, Gunner. Being a Jets fan, I'm happy for you this entire season. The entire season, I'm happy for you. I know what it's like to have crappy teams forever. Good stuff, Gunner. Good stuff. All right, guys, I'm about to wrap it up. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I'll be back on for the next Sabres-Canadiens game for sure. We'll get back into the baseball, guys, when all these playoffs are over. It's kind of – I love baseball, but I got to admit, it's kind of like like you're these high emotions, and you go down to watch baseball. I love baseball, but it's kind of a bit of a downer after you see the excitement of the basketball playoffs and the hockey playoffs, and then you watch baseball and watch a guy foul off a pitch 900 times, and you guys get it. I love baseball. I just so pumped up with the hockey and basketball right now. Rangers fan here, but pulling for the Sabres. That's right. That's why I shouted Gunner out as a true Sabres fan, where Michael, Andre, Schnazzy, myself are poser bandwagoners right now, and we're proud of it. So that's good, and we're proud of it. Oh, yeah, please. I'd get Rempe right on out of here. Please. I still don't like the Keandre Miller trade. Just don't like it. Amen, Gunner. We are so happy for you, man, and we're happy. I love it. They knocked out my Lightning. I want to see. And by the way, Gunner, you do know that it's probably the ref's fault. Plinko never says that, but, I was hoping some of them would pop in here and say that. All right, way back. Thanks as always. Love it. Way back. You have a new footy partner now. Baranari will be in the Discord. That's great. Have a great one, Bruin. Bruin, good night. Always appreciate you being in here, Bruin. OG Bruin. His team and my 1A team were knocked out in the first round. So, but now we're on the Buffalo bandwagon. Well, I don't think Bruin is. That's right. Bruin's on the Avalanche bandwagon. That's like a real bandwagon. No fish sticks. That's right, Michael. We'll see you, man. Thanks for always supporting the channel. Palenko, thank you for being in here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Montreal played a great game tonight. Thank you for being a real Montreal fan and not a troll. Palenko, you are definitely a new cellar dweller. Love having you in here. Just know, Palenko, when you look up the games, see if the New York Knicks are on at the same time, and I guarantee you I won't be on doing that game, the Montreal game. Montreal Sabres. So just so you know, but always appreciate you being in here. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And third rail was like the dive of dives. That whole parking lot was a disaster at night when you came back. Fights, police, just 50. I always called them 50-year-old Mike Tysons. I was in my 20s then. I called them all 50-year-old Mike Tysons. They're out there like this doing the little rascals things. They're out there and they're all wrecked and like really bad. Baranari, thanks for showing up, man. This was great to have you in here as opposed. It's always great having you in the uploaded video comments, but it was great having you in here. Look forward to seeing you in the Discord. Yes, Boomer Esiason with the Bengals, 1988. Sam Weiss was the coach, and they went to the prevent defense when they've been shutting Montana and Jerry Rice. And who caught the game-winning touchdown? John Taylor. Everybody forgets John Taylor caught the game-winning touchdown. And that because Sam Weiss and the Bengals went to a prevent defense. We'll just give Joe Montana underneath. We just won't let him throw downfield. We'll give him underneath the whole way down the field. Crazy. 1988. Yes, definitely remember that. Cardinals Steelers. I remember that because of James Harrison. Pick 6. One of my faves players ever. Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner played for the Cardinals. Remember when he went there? He was supposed to be there to mentor Matt Leinart, and Dennis Green said, I think you're the head coach right now. That Dennis Green. The one when they were supposed to beat the Bears in that famous Monday Night Football game, and he smacked the microphone saying, why don't you crown them now? They are exactly who they thought they were. He was talking a lot of crap. Dennis Green was a great head coach. I hope one team will definitely overpay for Rempe. He calmed down from fighting because he got punished a lot, and then we realized this guy really can't play hockey. I'm a work coat. I can't drink. Oh, he's at work. Trust me, because he would be. Good stuff. Bugs Bunny was the best. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. I love that. Me and Rock are big Bugs Bunny fans. Yes, and the family overall. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. I remember that. Funny stuff. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I still got to clean up all her stuff. I like Vinny Trocheck. I thought he should have been the captain, not JT Miller. Trocheck should have been the captain. I don't know why they didn't trade him, though, at the time. There's some teams competing that would have traded to get Vinny. I like Vinny. I think the guy gives 100% great Great face-off. Vinny Trocheck, I mean, they got him to win the cup. They got him to do that push back in 2022, 2023. They gave him the long contract, but now I think they were expecting to get a ring, bringing Vinny over from Carolina. I always thought he was a great player. I would trade him now, though. Now I would trade him. Right. And Chris Drury is hated on now, but he did build the team that brought us to the President's Trophy, the team that we blew the 2-0 lead to the Lightning. But they were the back-to-back champions at the time, so it's kind of like, all right, we're up and coming. We blew a 2-0 lead in the conference finals, but it's against, the back-to-back champion Lightnings, who got smoked by that Colorado Avalanche team. I can't say the Rangers would have done much better, but it is what it is. Yes, the parrot, Stella. That is my basement mascot. She is awesome, yes. All right, Snazzy, good night. Gotta go. Good night. Good night. Good stuff for the Sabres. Happy for the Sabres. And Gunnar, we are very happy for you being the true diehard Sabres fan. As a Jet fan, I am very happy for you. I would love to see the Jets do a turnaround like that in my lifetime. It is chess with the ball. Baseball, pitcher, catcher versus the batter. 100% chess match. Anaheim scored. All right, Baranari. Yep, these hockey games are making me glad. Andre, we're happy for you. You must be watching the Anaheim game now. Andre is like a hockey addict now. Big basketball fan, but hockey addict now. Love it. Oh, cool. All right. Angus, I'm getting used to your typos. When you type something that seems weird, I just start looking down to see you fix it. Good stuff. It's funny, Gunnar, how everybody, not Palenko, every Habs fan, those trolls that came in here, they get the most power plays, though. But the refs are against them. Weird. Very weird. It's strange, right? They get the most power plays over the Lightning and more than the Sabres, but the refs are against them. That's weird. Great guy, but not a hockey player. Michael, we're going to end it on that. Rempe's a great guy, not a hockey player. Amen. He's great with the fans, great in the community, loves being a New York Ranger. We wish you were better at playing hockey. And quite honestly, when he fought the toughest guys in the league, like Mateau Olivier on Columbus, that's when he needed that famous cartoon, the steak over the eye. Olivier tuned him up. Anyway, we're out of that on that. Great guy, not a hockey player. Guys, I'll see you on the next Buffalo. When are we going to see next? The next Buffalo Sabres get next Buffalo Sabres. The next Buffalo Montreal game. On that, we'll see you later. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. As always a great time. See ya. All right, now see ya.